Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another lovely Saints stream. I'm your host for today, Matthias, also known as Moth Eyes, and today I'm joined by Jordan.
Hello, everybody. Super excited to be here today. We've got an NECC Legends first round of the playoffs today for our Varsity Saints.
Yeah, these matches are getting more and more intense as we move through the bracket here in the NECC Valorant Legends division here. We're up against the Spartans here today. SJSU is the acronym. And
San Jose University, State
yeah,
University,
there they are.
their
Long
blue
name,
squad.
but they are here to play. And we are ranked seated very, very highly here at the number 2 position, only succeeded by Fisher there at the top, Fisher White, but Fisher Ultra at the bottom, and that's unfortunate placement for them as they're going to be facing off. Only one Fisher team will escape that fish tank there. And going into the match 2, we have Winthrop versus Maryville, two very good teams as well. But we are there at the bottom, or the second to last bottom there. St. Clair Saints versus SJS Blue. That's our match for today. And the next one of our two opponents will either be Northwood University or the MBU Spartans.
Absolutely. It should be a credible game today, especially with the Spartans here today. They have also recently qualified for CVAL, just like our Saints, who this past weekend swept their tournament and were also able to qualify. So, just absolutely two incredible teams, two strong teams. I'm expecting a good game tonight.
Yeah, it should be an amazing game tonight as we get into these playoffs. Every game's going to be more and more intense. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I do think we got some slight patch notes at the ready here. We'll have those up in a second. So these players are going to be going in with some fresh changes and some new things to consider there.
Absolutely. We talked about it recently, but I mean, big changes with Cypher, obviously, to that tripwire being given a super buff as well. And then the judge lost a little bit of damage and lost a little bit of magazine size, but still see people rocking it. So I guess it's still a viable gun to use without the game throughout the game.
And we haven't seen any ISO gameplay yet.
Not yet.
But maybe going forward, I'm not sure if that's the rules for this exact league. They differ from league to league.
Yeah.
But there's always the possibility of that popping up here or there, and that would be very fun to see. It's always fun to see new agents, of course. We have the changes to Cypher, a little bit of a nerf from Raze, but overall, it's pretty much. I think people have adjusted to this new patch here. We're seeing a lot more Cypher gameplay and a little bit less Raze.
Absolutely, yeah. Cypher being picked up a lot more has been super helpful with stopping those rotates and people trying to sneak around behind and get those easy flank kills. But Raze, yeah, also kind of taken off a little bit, seeing more of the Jet and Neon especially starting to come out. Although Neon really hasn't seen a change. People are just typically starting to use more. And as we see here, um, the paint shell's biggest thing for Raze, her grenade has just been nerfed once again, getting a smaller damage radius for both first and second explosions, as well as it also lost its multiplier to other teams' utility, so it doesn't even really do that much damage completely anymore. And then the blast pack, which a lot of people were using to deal small amounts of damage, also kind of got nerfed as well, with that arm time being increased to 1.5 seconds before you can actually do damage to enemies. So, like you said, she's being picked up a little less, and Jet still viable. Neon kind of been the new duelist to bring on hand.
Yes, those those are definitely the two duelists we're seeing here the most. Always strong picks, but nonetheless, I think we also might have maps at the ready to look at. So we might have those up in a second. Yeah, there they are. We are starting off on Breeze on attack, followed by Lotus on attack, and finishing off with a little bit of a split. We don't know what that will be, but both teams hoping not to know what split will be. Looking to close this out in a quick 2-0. But overall, we haven't seen Breeze in a little while. We saw it yesterday, but overall, it's been out of the rotation for quite a while.
Yeah, a lot of teams are opting to ban it, get it out of there, just because it's been out of the competitive rotation and it got reworked. So, still taking a while for teams to adjust to it, but seeing it as the first map today, so we'll see if the Saints have kind of made that pick in order to take one easy one over the Spartans today, or if it might be their demise. I don't remember how. I know they won on the map yesterday when they played Breeze, but overall, going against another stronger team, we'll see. We'll have to see how they compare. And then
I
Lotus,
think.
obviously.
Oh yeah, just to go on the Breeze here before
Hmm.
we move on to Lotus here. Um, Breeze was, I think, a pretty good map for the Saints. Both games were very good for
Yeah.
them, but I think they had a very good understanding of when to rotate, where the good sight lanes on, and how to manipulate the verticality and sheer openness of that mid section there.
Hmm.
But speaking of in the total opposite direction, we have
Yeah.
Lotus as our second map, very enclosed, lots of walls, lots of space, lots
Hmm.
of rotating little tricks indoors, little nooks and crannies to hide behind. We've seen the Saints time and time again get placed on attack starting Lotus,
Yeah.
which is tough, I find.
I believe that it's typically an attacker-sided map, which you definitely would rather probably defend first to try and get a strong start, and then those attack rounds be easy. So it'll definitely be a challenge for the Saints, but they have been getting better at their three-site maps, and Lotus being the better of the two for them. Hopefully, easy match there for them as well.
Yeah, definitely that is looking to be a good match there. They've had a lot of practice now at
Hmm.
this point, all the way up to the playoffs, so we'll see if that skill pays off. And speaking of skill, it's just split, which is basically just a skill diff at that point.
Yeah.
It's been in the rotation for so long.
Hmm.
There's not too many tricks, not too many little hidden techs that you can do on that map.
Yeah.
But overall, it's more just about is your aim and coordination good enough to compete with the best of the best.
Absolutely nothing. You might see the odd new little strategy come out of Split or some new little angle that you never saw before, but almost everything's been scoped out now, and our Saints definitely know where to be looking, what corners to be checking today. So it should be an exciting game.
Yeah, it should be very exciting. And with all that said, we're going to throw it to a quick break, and we'll be right back in the action with Game 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Game 1 of St. Clair College versus St. Jose?
San Jose
San Jose.
State
Yeah, San
University.
Jose State University. And it's going to be one heck of a game here. The Saints are actually going to be starting on defense here with a Viper, Sky, Caillou on Sky, Instinct on Jet, Giza on the Cypher, Steven on the Harbor. On the enemy side of the team, we have Hem on Viper, John Ham on Omen, Fanny on Sova, Cade 3K on Jet, and Yuri on Cypher. So very similar team comps aside from a difference in no sky. They're going with the Omen, and they're also going to forego the Harbor for Sova. So that's probably a little bit better for a starting attack comp.
Absolutely. Pretty standard picks here. Quite a bit. We're going to see Caillou on that Sky. No shocker there. Instinct playing that duelist roles. Jet doing a great job of that all weekend. Looking to continue that today. And then on the side of SJSU, same thing. Seeing that Viper pick, very, very strong on Breeze. Pretty meta play. Omen as well for those smokes. Great job. Cypher on both teams. First time I'll see a Cypher on both teams, so it'll be interesting how they utilize him today. And then obviously got that Jet as duelist, and like you said before, Sova should be interesting for those darts.
Yeah, that's going to be a major boon to their team to move on to those sites. Just get a little bit more vision, a little bit more info, and you're going to need that on attack here today. As we see, the Saints are starting on defense, and lately we've been seeing them lose nearly every single pistol round. They won their first couple. I think the last match of yesterday they won their first pistol round in a while. So they're probably hoping to do a little bit better in this starting pistol round, especially on defense. You don't want to be starting off with a loss.
Oh, for sure. And these two first rounds are super crucial for economy going forward and just for getting those two kind of free points, especially when that second round you can buy up a little more. But here we go. First round, we're going to get underway. We're going to see some interesting walls come out already from Harbor and Viper, kind of blocking off certain sites. But the Spartans are going to look to move up towards B and make their way towards mid a little bit here.
Yeah, Instinct being very, very aggressive. He didn't check his corner, though. He's going to get taken out by Fanny, and it's going to be a big upgrade to a Sheriff. And the Saints are falling, dropping like flies here. Steven going to find a pick on John Hamm, and Giza going to find one on Yuri. And now Giza's playing very slow. He finds one. He's going to try, and he finds two. That's going to be a 3K, and it's all down to one now. And it's all up to K3 to clutch it out. It's a 1v1 situation here. It's just him versus Seth, and he has a Sheriff. He has the better gun here. And Seth gets a nice, or Cade gets a nice headshot on Seth there, closing out the round. A first round one victory going to San Jose State University.
Quite aggressive play there from the Saints as they move out from A into mid and kind of play a little, dare I say, carelessly, not really checking corners and moving all together. The Spartans doing a great job of kind of sitting back there and waiting.
Yes, but may I present to you a conspiracy theory? This might be all according to the Saints' plan.
Oh, absolutely.
I've seen them lose time and time again on the pistol round when you know they can usually win it. Like going for such aggressive plays there. Might seem like a misplay, but maybe it's on purpose so that they can further decimate the economy on SJSU's side. As we see, the wall comes out, and now you can see they're playing much more tactically, much more slowly, and much more methodically here as Steven approaches up for like the triple peek there with the team. Fanny looking to get some info, try and find one of them out. K3K gonna peek with the Sheriff, not gonna find much though. Gunfight, and K3K gets a nice headshot on Seth once again. Ending the round like we're starting the round here. Now Caillou's rotating it back over to A here. Not gonna find much as all of SJSU is over on B, and it's all up to Giza to hold the line here up with Steven. Steven gonna find one. Cade gonna get another kill in retaliation. Now he's gonna rotate back for Cade. 3K, living up to the name of getting a 3K. And now the spike is planted, and the rest of the Saints now have to go into a 2v4 situation. When the bomb is down, K3K getting a 4K, exceeding his name. And now John Hamm, last person there. And an ace from K3K to start off the game for San Jose. Amazing plays all around. His aim is on point here today.
Yeah, what a standout player. The aim is just incredible there. Doing his best. He's playing that smart, finding those headshots with the Sheriff. And now as we move in, We're going to see almost a complete full buy come out from the Saints, but they got to use everything they have, whereas Spartans are sitting kind of comfortably now. They still got their Bulldogs from the last round, but we'll see what they can do with them. They've definitely shown that they got a lot in the tank, and Cave 3K already off with 7-0 to start this round, but here we go. We're going to get underway. A lot of what we've seen before already. Going to be a little bit of a stronger mid push, though, from the side of the Spartans. They're trying to find that way onto A there, but we got 3 of the Saints watching that door, making sure nothing gets in. He's going to get some shots off. Kem getting down to 30 HP, not looking good to start. They've got no heals to help them out throughout the rounds.
Yes, Yuri there with the camera, just watching an odd angle here, watching for any peaks. Turn. Steven there, shooting the wall, getting a couple wall bangs off. Caillou was successful with a couple of those last time, but overall, SJSU just holding mid right now, waiting for any aggressive plays from the Saints.
Absolutely. They might have to start picking pace, though. Less than a minute here in the round. Saints definitely know that they need to play a little slower because this team is not going to be pushing that hard. But as we get into it, looks like they're going to try to make their way onto B now, though they are going to be stopped. That Skybird is going to be able to find them there and give a little bit of intel to Caillou as he starts to move around the back. Seth going to find the first pick, getting his final revenge on the K3K there, though, going to take out that carry and try to get the rest of the team here as they're all stuck at B main.
Yes, Seth, Instant gonna find one, but you're gonna find Giza, Steven gonna find one in retaliation. Actually a double kill, and now it's all down to the one with 30 HP, and Seth cleans up the kill, winning the first round for the Saints.
Great play there by the Saints. They knew they needed to slow it down, and that's exactly what they did. And going into this next round, they are going to get to keep most of their weapons and start to rebuild this economy, as Spartans are going to have to spend quite a bit here, but looks like Cave 3K is going to pull out the Blade Storm, as he's already got it ready and going to definitely save here.
Yeah, he got a lot of kills on the board already here, and the ultimate, we almost have Steven with his ultimate as well in the lead for the Saints. And if San Jose loses this round here, it's gonna be disastrous for their economy. They're not gonna have much to play with here. Of course, Steven, or K3K, might be able to find something. He gets Steven out of the gate there. He's gonna try and push, open up the site for his team, gonna get a double kill. Putting out the cloud bursts, covering the area. He's looking to get Instinct there. Instinct is paranoid right now. He gets taken out with a 3K. He's living up to his name, but can he find more? One enemy remaining, or will he make it a 4K? We don't know. John Hamm gonna close out the round though, and bringing San Jose into 3 points.
Absolutely incredible play. I think we're going to be saying Cade's name quite a bit here. There's just an absolute incredible 3K there with the Blade Storm, doing a great job. Incredible accuracy, finding those headshots where you can barely see them. They're no bigger than the size of a dot. He just did an incredible job, and now putting the Saints on their heels again, having to buy, kind of take a low buy here, nothing full, and back to pennies left.
Definitely. It's been so long since I've seen such a successful Blade Storm. Love to see it. It's always so nice to watch. So fancy, so dynamic. But anyways, getting back to the game here, Steven trying to move through the poison as Instinct takes a lot of ground here into mid. He has all the harbor util up. I don't think he knows the drone's gonna come diving through. And now Kem and Cade 3K just making a slow push here into mid. And it's all up to Giza to hold B.
He does have Seth, it looks like, with him, but John Hamm trying to find a push. He gets that headshot on Caillou. Now also with 30 HP left. Gonna opt to save the ultimate for now, as he knows he can make a clean getaway here through mid. He's gonna be able to smoke all the way there too and give K3K the chance. A lot of kills going out. Giza with a triple. Finding Cade there. He's gonna paranoid.
Wow, 4K.
Yeah, paranoid as well, and get the fourth, but he's gonna be traded out, leaving it in a 2v1 situation. Now we got Instinct coming back on a site here. He's gonna use the ult, try to find out. He's gonna see both of them on his right here. Doesn't know what quite to do. Cages are going down. He's gonna get that one more alert to show where the rest of the Saints are, but they may have moved already. Oh, and Instinct's gonna find him on the right there. Play a little ring around the rosy, around the pillar, and they're gonna be able to defuse.
Silent but deadly there. Instinct closing it out with killer precision and good trigger discipline. That's going to be a much needed round for St. Clair College, as San Jose still in the lead even after winning that round. But we're in the early game here, but it's looking like a very close game.
Absolutely. Now Saints are able to rebuild the economy ever so slowly with Instinct and Caillou kind of being able to save here. Side of Spartans, though, they're able to buy a little bit here. A couple Guardians out there. They're going to save a little bit this round and try to buy full next. They do still have the lead, so going to be looking good for them for a while. But as we get into it here, we're going to see a pretty standard play that San Jose's been putting out here. Sky Flash there to try and get some intel. Not sure if Caillou quite got any blinds there to let him know, but perfect headshot by Cade. He's going to look for the second one there, but not quite able to find it on Instinct. Instinct going to be able to take off a lot of health there, though, off a couple of them, and start to chip away slowly at this team.
John Ham has a really good angle there on Seth. Gets the headshot, stealthily making his way onto site here. He's going to probably smoke back sight there, and that is going to cut off Instinct sight lines. He has total control here. He's making the play his game here. He's going to have to take a gunfight. And the rest of his team is here as well. He misses a couple bullets, only 13 health to his name. He's dangerously low. Instinct gonna find one, Caillou gonna find another. They're all falling down, and Caillou gonna heal up his teammate. Instinct there, Giza gonna find one in the chaos as well. And it's all down to Kahem and Yuri there, but Yuri gonna get a headshot with the Guardian. They seem to be doing some good work with them. The spike is down, though. It's going to be defused soon. They're just looking to run out the clock. Kahem gets another one. It's all down to Caillou. He has no shields. He's going to fake the defuse. They're going to peek him. He has to get half, but he doesn't quite get it, and they pick him down. Pros don't fake, and Yuri knows it. Closing out the round, taking San Jose into even further lead.
Great play by the Saints there. They were able to get a couple picks and keep them in that round for a little bit, but great placement there by Yuri and Kem, as they were both set up perfectly to watch that spike, and Yuri being deadly with that Guardian, and now he's gotten an upgrade to a Vandal. So this Spartans team is nothing to sneer at. They've been doing great, playing these sites amazingly, and it'll be interesting to see how the Saints adapt here.
Certainly, the Spartans are historically great warriors, and they're living up to the name here today as they're moving as a squad, playing so tightly and neatly together as they neatly and tightly move on to A site here. And only two of them are there to defend it, but it looks like Instinct has an instinct that they're going to move over to there. He's moving quick and fast with those blades at the ready. Seth trying to delay any push for as long as he can. He only has a Marshal to his name, though. But Caillou with a Sheriff getting the double kill, and Cam going to shut that down there. Looks like it's going to be tough. It seems like that just completely destroyed their push there. We might see a rotate coming out from SJSU.
Cypher going to try to put up the middle here. Yuri gonna spot out Instinct. Oh, he's gonna get wall banged. Instinct looking for that final shot. He only needs one here with the Sheriff to finish off the deal. Does still have that Blade Storm that he's already activated, so he can pull that out too for the one shot. Seth here gonna be able to spot out John Ham, and it's, oh, never mind. John Ham is moving back now as Yuri does try to make his way towards B, and that's where Spike is gonna go as well, as Chem does move towards that B window, looking. He's going to lock eyes with Cypher in a second here now. Instinct going to push out into mid, try to find Yuri. Giza at the back there, getting pushed by the snake bite. Here we go, and now it comes down to this. Plant should be coming out.
There's a Harbor ult. He's going to find one. And now there's two left. They have 10 seconds to do anything here. The Viper Pit's going to come out from SGSU. Gahem in the middle of the Viper Pit here over on B. Yuri going to be behind him there, has his back, but he's going to get spotted out by the cam. And Seth going to move over, only a Marshal in hand. And not much else, but he gets the Viper Pit down. And now it's all down to him and Yuri here. And all he has is a Marshal and 4 health to his name. He missed a couple bullets. He has a chance. Won't have much longer to use this, though, as the spine is sticking down, and Seth does it! He clutches it out for his team and gets the defuse, winning another much-needed round for St. Clair College, bringing it to 3-4.
Deadly with that Marshal. Just absolutely incredible, able to upgrade here, but honestly, I'd say keep the Marshal the way you're playing with it. That thing is just absolutely atrocious in his hands. Just played that perfectly, was playing time, playing smart, tapped it, got to fake the spike a little, and played that superbly, especially the retake there, getting the Viper out early and being able to eliminate that pit was absolutely huge. And now we're going to see San Jose reel back and also have to save a little bit here as Saints are able to now pull out the op from Instinct. We're going to see what kind of magic he can do with that.
Yeah, we'll see what Instinct can do. I think we saw him yesterday use the op to great effectiveness, and he's doing it again, getting a pick on John Hamm. It looks like they're going to try and bait out another shot, but he finds it anyways. You don't want to peek this op, and now they have the drone. They've marked him out, but he's going to back up, let that burn off, make them think he's going to rotate. Thani moving here towards B here, and Giza with a cam just watching B. He's holding it down with the Harbor. It looks like SJSU is just at a loss of what to do now. They're down 2 members. This is going to be very tough.
Saints out there at A main trying to peek, see if they can get a pick, but as the rest of the Spartans move through mid, Instinct still watching with that op. It looks like he's got 2 ready lined up here. Oh, what a flick! Finds his 3rd with the op. Oh, but he's going to be taken out by Cade. Op versus the Marshall, and his low health just couldn't quite withstand that. But it is going to give valuable information to Caillou and Seth here, as they do know that someone's lurking around mid. And there we go, Yuri's going to find Steven in the spawn and be able to pop that ult too. Get the information for Cade to try and find the rest of the Saints here. They are going to see that one is left on B all by himself. Giza's going to have to defend here. He does have that cam to kind of help watch here for Yuri and Cade's push. He's going to see one. He's going to see, knows both are here now. Doesn't know quite who to peek first. Wow. He's going to find Yuri first, and he's just absolutely incredible. Cade by himself, he finds the double, putting in a 1v1, but low HP might be his downside, and Giza's going to find him there at the end and tie this up for the Saints.
Yeah, what an amazing round there from Giza, managing to tie it all up. The flicks coming out from all the players on the Saints are on point, finally evening out the scoreline. And surprisingly, Giza, the kill leader in the match, even though he's just playing a Sentinel, not a very aggressive character.
It's that Cypher buff, I'm telling you. That's definitely those tripwires, as you could see, getting that marking and the stun off in half the time was definitely very helpful for Giza in that scenario, and his lockdown of sight was perfect. As we get in the next round here, we're going to see those same pushes. Cade get 3K, got the Blade Storm again, and he's going to find Steven real quick, looking for Instinct here. He's going to miss a couple of his shots, though, but then he's going to be able to save him there and take out Instinct and Nest.
That's an op down there. You can move in and take that. This could be disastrous there. And Giza gets 1 in the trade. If he got a better spray, then that could have been disaster for SJSU, but they managed to close it out here. Thani moving into the backside of B, and it looks like they've got total control. And it's all down to Caillou and Seth to try and worm their way on sight and try and find a few picks.
John Hamm looking at window, but nothing there as Caillou and Seth are going to move in from mid. They're going to be smoked off, and John Hamm's going to find one on a Seth. Looks like a random shot through the smoke, got a little bit lucky, and Caillou might opt to save here, being the only one left on his team, and Eco just not been going well for the Saints in this game. The ups and downs have definitely not helped them save some money, but he's going to throw a bird out, try to see if anybody's lurking around spawn. Might get picked off here by K3K, but he's going to find an operator off the body of Instinct and pick it up to take out John Hamm. That's a big save to take going to the next round, but he's currently being hunted. He's going to find a second onto then E, but K3K is going to find that final kill, and it looks like the operator might get picked up by the side of Spartans here. Take a look. Oh, they're going to opt to leave it in that last round. And here we go. We got a timeout for the side of Saints. Definitely a good time for that, as they are starting to lose a little bit of that momentum and need to start figuring out what's going to go on for these next couple rounds.
Yeah, much needed timeout here. This match is going very, very close, and it seemed like the momentum just swung in SJSU's favor. So now they have to sit back, relax, and try and figure out some way to make this thing work, because nothing that they're doing is quite working. It seems like it's just got a couple hero plays coming out from a couple of select players winning out those few rounds.
Absolutely. Both teams kind of have their standout players right now. Saints with Giza and Cade 3K, obviously, for the Spartans has been absolutely dominating force, but I think we need to see a little bit more team play come out from the Saints. It's something that they've definitely been strong on in the past couple of games, being able to share the wealth and share those kills, and I think kind of coordinating a little bit better and kind of figuring out better defensive strategies will help them out here.
Definitely. It is a game to watch, though. Both teams playing to the top of their abilities. It's great to see, and they're just doing amazingly. All around, K3K getting kill after kill, time after time, and Giza going off as well, even on such a defensive player. I just think maybe Steven if I had to pick someone to pick on here, Steven usually is like the star player getting all the kills. Doesn't seem like he's having a bad day, but the rest of his team is there to pick it up as well. Looks like they're going to go for a B push. It's all down to Giza to hold this. Doesn't have much in the way. Guns, it looks like.
Guns a-blazing here as Spartans are going to try to enter. Giza with a double with that Sheriff. Going to be taken out by Chem though, but a great way to slow down Spartans here, actually giving Saints the advantages. They're all on a kind of a flank here, the four of them. Two going to roll up to window here. It looks like they might find first one here, but Camel just a little bit quicker. Finding that pick on a Seth, going to be taken out by Instinct and that Sheriff. 3v2 here. They still got the man advantage, and they're going to be able to weapon up here as a couple bodies are sitting on the ground. Caillou going to get some info. Dog's going to be taken out, and birds are going to come out flying. All the animals are coming out today for the zoo. Instinct finding K3K, and then E going to be the last one here. Caillou's going to find him. Defuse is going to be done perfectly, and Saints will tie it right back up.
It's a massive round here. They can upgrade some guns for free, get the round that they need to win. All in all, that timeout seemed to have worked out amazing for them. They just sit back, relaxed, discussed it, and seemed to figure out what they needed to do.
Absolutely, and that four-person rotate from the back spawn, absolutely perfect. San Jose just wasn't expecting it. They are used to these back CT rotates from the Saints, especially through mid as well, through tunnel. Can be very challenging, but now already mixing it up and adapting is what Saints do best, and they're implying it right now.
Yeah, there they are in the econ lead. Finally, SJSU now has to finally save some money. They're looking to make it an expensive round for the Saints. The Saints bought everything they can muster up. And it's all down to John Ham. His solo over here on B. The rest of the team's going to try and rotate over for A. That might have freed up the entire site for them. Cost one player, but that's going to be probably spiked down and site controlled down as the rest of the Saints move as a walking ball of death, trying to find any picks that they can get. Send out the dog for some info. They might have found out one. They might have found out Yuri, but I don't think they see him. He's going to find one. He's going to go for a second. He's going to get out free. And now the kill line is even. 4-4. The spike down for SGSU. They're looking more and more in the lead. He's going to get flashed out. He's in the corner. Being so patient not to spray. Giza going to find one and Kai going to find another. They're moving as a squad. They ain't going to take one down. It's all down to him, and he gets taken out by Steven.
Perfect play there once again by the Saints. A little bit over-aggressive on that A main and kind of gave up sight there, but they were able to retake very quickly and efficiently, and they will be able to set themselves up for a good final round and a half. Try to look to take an extra 2-point lead here. They've got all the ults on board, whereas San Jose is going to only be able to have that Soval and Omen teleport as well. So the Saints should dominate this round, being able to possibly set up an early Viper Pit.
Yeah, they should theoretically take the ever so slight lead of 7-2 going into the next half.
And an op. Oh, we're going to actually have two ops on board. Cade going to pull out an op. We'll see if he's just as deadly with this as he has been with any other gun in this game. Instinct going to be pulling out that op as well. Try to find a couple good picks.
There's the Viper Pit already on A from Seth. Going to shut down a major way they were going to push there. That's going to waste a lot of time for them. I'm going to rotate over to B site, but they have a lot to contend with over there. Ooh. And Instinct going to find one already, moving very, very aggressively with this op.
Very interesting play.
Cypher's going to find Cade, and he's going to find the rest of the team. He knows they're all mid. And I think John Hamm has a feeling where Giza is as well. Taking a little bit of a gunfight. We're going to back off, go back with his team. And Saints, they're in a great spot right now. They can just run out the clock. SGSU needs to formulate a plan quickly. It only have 1 minute left, and the time is ticking.
This Viper Pit's going to be a big problem if they really want to enter A here. Seth's going to be able to hold the corner and dip in and out while keeping that integrity up. As they all enter, we're going to see the Omen ult kind of popping, but it's not going to quite fly. Looks like Seth's going to opt to stay out of the pay here. Let it run its course. 30 seconds left on the clock. San Jose's got to get in now, and they're going to send in one of their own. Soval coming out online too. The Blade Storm is out for Instinct right now. Then he not going to quite find anybody. Cade going to find the first pick on a Seth there with the op. Interesting angle here from Instinct, but he's going to pull out the Blade Storm. Caillou with the double, going to be traded out by John Hamm. Steven going to find Kemp, and it's going to leave it all down to John Hamm here, but it's going to be taken out. Saints take a 2-point lead at the end of this half. Just incredible.
Incredible indeed. It's such a close game. You know those 2 points are going to come in clutch later on. And it's just, both teams are on point and playing, but it seems like the Saints are getting in their groove now, taking a little bit of a lead. We'll see how their attack is, though.
Yeah, for sure, especially with Breeze being a little bit defender-sided. You'd think it's the other way around the way San Jose made it look, but Saints were able to pull out those extra 2 points on defense, and now they're looking to use this lead to help get them to 13 first and win this first map.
Both Jets, of course, going with the Sheriff. Very aggressive play. You want to get those picks nice and early. Play the range on this massive map. You might as well. And it looks like they're going to go for a little bit of split push and feel out what SJSU has for defense. Nice little dunk there from Seth, closing down a major sightline in mid. The harbor wall going to also open up a lot of avenues for them.
I'm going to save that lineup for later.
True, true. Clip it.
Yeah, yeah.
Clip it and put it in the folder as we see that Yuri here is the only one along. Cade watching B. He finds one. He almost finds two. Steven existing with a shred of health. Yuri also very low. And whoa, Instinct barely closes that out there. The accuracy is not great on that Sheriff. Seth gonna find one as well. Now it's 3-4, but it's more like 3-3 with the rest of them so low. They're just a couple shots away. As you can see, Sean Ham only need one shot, and so did Than E. And it's all down to Giza. He finds two. It's all down to San Jose.
Oh.
He closes it out. Giza finding Thani. And now 8-5. That feels like finally a significant lead for the Saints.
That was a big pistol round to have, and we can see them come out and do a killer buy here. We're going to see the Vandal in Instinct's hands. Quite a bit of a gutsy play, but he's been performing well, and he knows what he's doing, being that Jet, classically aggressive Jet. And that's what we like to see, and it's been working. Whereas the rest of the team's going to take some Bulldogs and a Guardian here. And on the side of San Jose, we're going to barely even see any buys at all. It looks like they're opting to full save here completely, especially not even taking some abilities. But going to have an interesting dart come out there. It's going to give a little intel, but not the most it can do as a Sova. K3K going to get a little bit aggressive here, but he is being watched right now. Going to look for that left with 30 HP, able to escape using that dash, but it's a big chip of health taken out.
It's a major chip of health taken out there with no shields, only 30 HP to his name. It's going to be rough, as that's a very strong player on the side of SGSU. And now he's just one bullet away from death, as it looks like the Saints are moving towards AA site. There's a single smoke. That's the only thing standing in their way. They also have a Viper wall to contend with, but I don't think that's going to stop them, as they have their whole team at the ready and at full health, and they have the gun advantage. All we have is KM here on the back, holding it all with a singular classic. Instinct can find the pick. Dash on the site, close to distance. Steven gonna get that plant down as the rest of them look to take positions and a bunker down for a defensive play.
As they get into it here, they're gonna get that door open though, but it's gonna be snake bited out there and delaying them ever so slightly. Seth and Instinct looking to get a little aggressive here, try to find some, but then he's gonna find Steven there. And John Hamm finding Seth, but he's gonna be quickly traded out. Caillou finding one as well. And looks like Yuri, last one left alive, and they know where he is. And there's the headshot by Giza. Cypher v Cypher. 4-point lead. Saints are starting to run away with this one.
They certainly are. They're doing an amazing job right now, carrying the lead to a 4-point lead now. It's going to be finally up to SGSU. Finally have the money to buy some good guns and put up a good defense.
Oh my gosh. Another intriguing lineup there set up.
It just knows where they launch.
It's just incredible. I wish I knew some of those lineups for later. I think I could actually get out of silver.
If there's actually a trick, you know the sound circle that pops up when you're walking? That is the distance if you look straight up and you launch something. It'll go exactly to the edge of that circle. But anyways, enough pro tips here. Here's Caillou moving the dog on the site, gonna go through all that util here. And Yuri gonna try and put a stop to this, but there's so much vision coverage. He's not going to be able to find much as the rest of SJSU move on to B site. This is going to be a chaotic round. Everyone is armed and ready. It's going to be an explosive one. Seth going to take a gunfight here, but Yuri and K3 going to win that out. And now K3K moving ever so forward there. And Yuri going to get a triple kill, and Thani going to get one as well. John Hamm with a knife, celebrating a victory as it seems SJSU has closed that round out with grace and finesse.
Absolutely. They did have quite a few guns there. Although the Saints have won the last couple rounds, they did have a little bit of a dent in their eco, but now they are able to full buy, and we're going to have a full buying battle for, I believe, the first time in this game so far that both teams are fully ecoed up and ready to go, but Saints do have to spend a lot of that moolah there to try and get this buy, so it is going to be an interesting round and interesting next round for sure.
SJSU certainly has accumulated that loss bonus, and winning the last round, that has certainly set them up to be very plush with money going forward. But you know, you don't want to win around, lose around. That will be devastating for them as they need to win this round. The Saints do have the firepower to take them on now, so it could be anyone's game. John Hamm taking a very nice one-way smoke on a very good off angle. K3K watching mid, but being very cautious not to overcommit as the rest of the Saints move up to take a mid control. You can send the dog out. I think they got some vision on K3K, and now Seth is moving ever so slowly. He doesn't want to contest with anyone up there in mid, but K3K is pushing up. He finds one, he finds two, and he dashes in. He has 10 health left to his name. He's very lucky, and he gets out for free.
No heals for San Jose, but that hasn't stopped this team so far. But 10 HP left on K3K is not going to be the way to go for the rest of this round. But Saints are down 3v5 right now, so it's going to be a little tough for them to kind of get onto site here. But it looks like they're going to push through mid, get a couple going in there. Caillou and Steven going to try to find it here. Giza finding a pick on John Hamm. That'll definitely help them. And Caillou going to get a little bit of that info. Giza here, though, going to have to take on Chem in a second. It looks like he knows where he is. Shots going out. He's going to miss, but not quite. Giza able to get him there. Caillou, though, going down to then E in a 2v4. But they are going to be able to get that Cypher all down and get the intel on where the rest of San Jose is. As Steven's going to push up here. He's going to try to find then E. Finds him. And here we go. Plant's going to go down. 2v2. Giza going to take out K3K. No shocker there. 10 HP. What can you do? And Yuri on that back bridge again. Oh, and great headshot onto Steven. And San Jose is going to be able to take this round.
Yuri, amazing clutch there with the two headshots from high up. That's going to be an amazing round. You needed to win that if you're SJSU, and that cements them in a solid economy lead. They're just down the 2 rounds that they started with.
Absolutely. Close games here from as we expected from the beginning. And here we go, timeout on the side of the Saints yet again. Realizing they're losing the momentum, they need to find some way to get back into this game.
Definitely, they are they're doing good. They won 2 rounds in a row, but it seems like SJSU found some way to get back in the game there and turn the tables, figured out what they needed to do to make the Saints lose. But honestly, it seems like they just got better placement, better aim at certain times, and the Saints were just a little scattered.
Yeah, that Cypher Yuri for SJSU has been absolutely incredible. Those tripwires, he's using them to the full effect. He's able to get not one, but 2 different things caught in the same tripwire, especially with that reload now instead of just being destroyed immediately. So he's been using Cypher to the fullest, and I think it's been a big contributed factor to this defensive round for the Spartans.
Yeah, for sure. They've been amazing on the defense here. They had a great run on attack as well. The Saints just managed to find something to clutch it out there in the end. And I think they're hoping that this break provides them the same advantage that they got last time, because all they really need is a few more rounds in the bank to really win this game 1.
Another interesting kind of lineup here. It looks like Seth's going to get something a little bit crazy too. It looks like this is his mid-nest orb that he's trying to line up here. And it's very useful, especially against players like Instinct when they have a Marshal or a Op in their hand. Deadly accurate. You want to be able to block them off. Is it going to hit? It looks like it does hit just a little bit off of where he was aiming, but he is able to get something good there. Going to make a push on to B here now, but 3 people on the side of Spartans watching this B main entrance.
Still laying down a camera here. Not gonna find much as It's an awkward little placement. It's probably just going to watch their backs for rotates as they move towards mid. Seth still here on B, waiting for any aggressive pushes from SJSU. The Saints don't have much in the way of guns to contend with SJSU. They have a Marshal, they have a couple Sheriffs, but overall, it's going to be a rough round. You're going to find Seth out of the gate, and there is Yuri using his ultimate. Now the jig is up. They know where the Saints are, and now they're going to play aggressively. They know the better weapons. They're going to just collapse on them here. And mid lane, the Harbor Wall doing a lot of carrying there, keeping them safe and away. And he's going to find one. John Hamm going to find one in retaliation. They find a shot, and Steam going to clean that up. And Instinct going to find another, but K3K going to find a nice wallbang headshot. And now the spike is down, and the blades are out for K3K. He's looking to make a couple more kills and prevent this round from being won by the Saints.
Instinct going to get spotted out here before the plant goes down. Yuri finding that pick there. And it is all up to Steven here, the 1v2, but it's going to be looked at. Cypher spotted him. Will he get the shot off in time? Not quite. Going to play it a little bit slow. And there's the Blade Storm from K3K as he finishes off, bringing them one round closer to tying this up.
Yeah, amazing comeback from SJSU here today. They have seemed to have woken up in the last 3 rounds here, and they're continuing to carry that lead. The last round, you might say, well, the Saints didn't have the guns, and that's fair enough. They didn't have the guns, but they have them here today, and now they can finally prove if what happened was just a gun diff or if it was a skill diff as we move into the last few rounds of this game.
And we're going to see the op come out from K3K now, and full shields too. He is fully buying here. And it's going to be an interesting round, but he finds a double. 2 on Instinct and Steven. They are out of this round already. A little bit of a collateral there, just an incredible shot. And that's why he buys it, because he knows what he can do, and that's what he can do.
Yeah, he can cook with this operator. Getting the collat is an amazing way to start the round. 3v5. It's going to be tough to come back from that if you're the Saints. You don't have much in the way of ultimates, util, or anything to contest with them. Fanny going to try and find a pick there in the mid. And they're going to flash. Don't want to give up their 1 round lead, but I think maybe you just bunker down and save your guns because you don't want to lose these. It's been a very expensive round for the Saints already.
K3K gonna stay at the back of sight here. Yuri finding that one on Giza. 2v5 now for the Saints. They don't really have much to push with it. Possibly just a save here. But Yuri gonna try to find one. He's gonna be looking at Seth. He probably knows he's in that corner, but not quite 100% sure. Viper Wall gonna go up. Seth's gonna try to block it off. Yuri's still waiting there for him. He's gonna opt to just back up a little here. Looks like the Saints might save this round.
I think they will. There's not much in the way of anything that they can do here. They're down guns. They have no ultimates, no util, no game-changing things that they can do. And it's already been so expensive. You might as well save 2 Vandals and try and let SJSU fight them on, compete with 2 Vandals rather than having to compete with just those cheap weapons. Kai gonna find a pick there at the end though. Makes it a little bit expensive on the way out. But Fanny gonna find one, and it's all down to Caillou. Last one standing with any sense of a good gun.
Rough buy here coming from the Saints. We do see a lot of low money and only 3 Vandals on, or 2. Well, we'll see what Steven locks in here. Looks like he's still deciding which gun, but on the side of SJSU, they were able to almost completely save all their weapons. So they've got high eco and Vandals and an op still. Cade about to hit the 30 kill mark, and he most likely will by the end of this game. And so will Giza too, up there with 26 kills, doing a great job as well. We're gonna see the Blade Storm come out from Instinct. He's gonna dash right over. Yuri finding the double there as he doesn't get spotted. John Hamm finding a double of his own. Sovold gonna come out, not quite gonna find anybody. Giza now all by himself. He's gonna be taken out by Yuri quite swiftly. Incredible play by Yuri and Sova there, or John Hamm, sorry, as they were able to both find a couple good kills.
That last round might have just sealed the fate of the Saints as they poured most of their money into that last round. Instinct, the only one with any money to play with, as he used Blade Storm, but that was shut down quick as well. Didn't even find any
Jumped
really
right over.
advantage there. Tried to jump over, but got caught out. Didn't check his corners. He got taken out by Yuri, and that's just disastrous. If you're not going to win the round, you at least want to make it expensive, as now SGSU is going to be capped out on cash after this round. It seems like such a close game. SGSU has now just started to run away with it.
Looks like Saints are going to wait a little bit back here. Cade getting a little aggressive with that operator. He's going to be staring at Seth in a little bit. Not going to see anything, though, quite yet. Giza with that camera waiting to see if anybody pushes up through B hallway. And now the Saints are going to push through middle as Cade looks away, so they'll be able to cross safely here. And it looks like they might even push up mid. Caillou going to try to look for some bit of information here. They do have that Sky ult and the Cypher ult ready. Chem going to push up here. The Bird's not going to see him, though. He might get a free pick on the Instinct here. None of the Saints know that he's waiting just in this corner, and unless they check it, it'll be dangerous. K3K going to find Giza, though, with that op. Oh, no. Chem's going to find Instinct here. What great trigger discipline there. He's going to find Caillou as well. Taken out by Steven, though. John Hamm, though, going to trade. Seth going to find John Hamm, and Seth is now all alone in the 1v3. Got to do whatever he can, but he's going to be staring at an op in a second. Too bad there's no sniper glint to help him find him there.
Yep, and now he's hiding behind the box, trying to take a closer engagement. Gets caught out by K3K. He had the spike, but not able to plant it, as the rounds are looking very, very in the way of SJU. It is it's 11 lead. They are 2 points away, 1 point away from 12. And the Saints lagging behind by a factor of 3 or 2 points. So now whatever lead that the Saints had going into this round have now flipped right in the favor of San Jose State University. The Spartans are proving to be a fierce foe.
Absolutely. We knew coming into this that they were going to be a strong team, having also been able to qualify as well as the Saints have in CVAL. And we can see why now. K3K already finding that pick on Instinct, and it's going to be looking for a couple more. Almost gets a collateral there with the Sky ult and Seth, but not going to find anything. Caillou going to get that blind on Venny, and he's going to send out the drone and try to find him right back. But now Saints have taken sight. They should be able to get a plant down soon. We're going to see the Viper pit come out too from Set. He's going to block that whole middle area, but K3K. Oh, and here comes the Harbor ult too. K3K still able to find Caillou while dodging the Harbor ult. Then he going to find a pick, and Giza finding him, but Cam able to find Giza at the end, and they will be on match point now.
And Danny going crazy there, getting a 2 or 3K there. And the rest of SJU just cleaning up. And now the Saints have to contend against match point. They do only need to win 3 rounds to compete this, but they cannot lose a single round to bring this to OT.
Absolutely. Saints, unfortunately, have dropped 7 rounds in a row now here to SJSU. An incredible comeback by them, being down by a deficit of 4. You'd think all hope was lost, but after that 3rd round in the second half, they're just able to start bringing it back. And even if they lose this round, they've got the eco to continue on for a couple more rounds.
And if they win this, that's an 8-win streak in a row. So they are just on fire here, running away with the momentum even after a break. And Giza giving it his all here. You can tell the Saints, their backs are up against the wall, so they're going to play with utmost precision and seriousness now. K3K got to find an early pick on Seth. That's going to be disastrous for the Saints. A 4v5 is going to be tough going in here, which could be the last round. And Giza going to take a lot of damage here. Danny getting a wall bang, and now he gets a lot of damage, but Instinct takes him out. They're going to dodge on the site. He finds one, and Spike is down. Instinct has to run back and take it. He's going to dash back on the site. They're moving very, very quickly. It's a 2v3. It's winnable, but it's going to be very, very chaotic and panicked for the Saints. Spike is now down. Kahem moving up with Yuri there. K3K getting a wall bang headshot once again, and Kahem closing the round out by headshotting Instinct, and that is going to be San Jose State University defusing the spike successfully and taking home game 1.
Absolutely incredible plays by San Jose. Cade being able to utilize that op to the fullest, and dropping 30 this game. Absolutely incredible, especially in regular time too. Not having to go into overtime there. He just did an absolutely great job playing there. And as we look at the scoreboard here, we're going to see Giza being that standout player for the Saints, going 27 and 17, doing a great job himself. But overall, SJSU just had them on the ropes the whole game.
The whole game, SJSU was, well, not the whole game. The
Not the
whole,
whole game,
last
yeah.
half of that game for
Yes.
sure. They won 8 rounds in a row. That's over a quarter of the rounds. So even if the Saints looked nice and sitting pretty in the lead there for quite a while, they just seemed to figure out what they needed to do, and they executed it perfectly.
Absolutely. And economy was just a way they bullied the Saints throughout that whole game, being able to rebuy guns and get back into it and start to build up that economy from nothing. Just doing an absolutely incredible job. I'm not sure. I believe there were a couple thrifties that might have come out in this game. Might have to kind of look back and review that to see if there were, but just an incredible job. And I mean, Cade 3K, I don't know what else to say about him. He was incredible that whole
He
game.
was getting more than 3Ks.
Oh, yes, for sure. I would believe a 30K Cade is going to have to be the new name for him. But yeah, just incredible.
Yeah, that was an amazing sight to watch, and not to put down any of the Saints.
Of
Giza
course.
on defense was going crazy. Even on the Sentinel agent there, he was doing amazingly. But like that said, you can never underestimate your opponents no matter what lead you have going into the first half. The second half is what really, really matters. Managing to close it out, never give up. You can always win those 8 rounds in a row. With all that said, we're going to throw it to a quick break and be back with Game 2 on Lotus.
And welcome back, everybody. We're back here at map 2, sorry, with Lotus. And picks wise, gonna see very meta picks again. Seth and Caillou gonna play those same agents there on the Viper and Sky, but we are gonna see Instinct switch over to that Raze as the duelist. Giza gonna switch over to Killjoy from Cypher, and Steven gonna move on to that Omen instead of Harbor. And as for the Spartans, we are going to see John Hamm go on that Omen again. Then E going to switch from Sova to Raze. K3K stepping off the Duelist, going to go with Sky. And then we're going to see Yuri now pick up the Killjoy and Chem on that Viper.
Yes, very meta picks here on Lotus. The last game was seemingly all going in the Saints' favor, but SJSU seemed to have woken up and closed out the game with an 8-round win streak there, which was amazing to watch. But if you're a Saints fan, that's gotta hurt, and they're looking to close this out on Lotus, try and bring this to a quick 2-0 if you're SJSU. And the Saints, they've had a lot of practice on Lotus attack. They've started it time and time again. Actually, they're starting on defense here today. Seems like we have the things mixed up on the graphic, but either way, St. Clair has played Lotus time and time again, and they want to bring this to a game 3.
Absolutely. Now, kind of down one, we're going to see them over here on the defense. Chem gonna try to push up to that wall. He's gonna be pushed by 3 of them in a second. They're not gonna see him though. He's gonna find one onto Instinct, but he's gonna be quickly taken out by Steven there. And it looks like the rest of SJSU gonna move over towards that seaside, but Giza finding a double. Well, his turret finding one actually. Caillou finding that third, and there we go. Giza gonna clean it up. Saints take this round 1, an incredible first round to have.
Yeah, in record time there. They've had trouble with pistol rounds here and there, but it seems like something's finally clicked for them here as they got that one down in record time. They're taking this very, very seriously, and it's you can just tell how on point they are here with their aim right now. They're looking to prove something, to prove that last round wasn't anybody's fault. It was just that SJSU seemed to be on point, but now St. Clair College seems to be woken up, proving that this is their game to take.
Absolutely. First round, huge W. Absolutely. Perfect pistol round to take. They're going to be able to force buy here now.
They have a lot of Bulldogs. We saw some people just opt for a Ghost and go with the heavy shields.
Absolutely. That's usually the play I like to take, but especially with when you know you have the aim that you do, they can go in. You're going to kind of get flashed there by Instinct. Or, sorry, not Instinct, by K3K there. Almost dangerous there if any of the Saints were pushed up, but looks like the Saints are not going to be doing anything aggressive here on this defense. They're going to play back and take this nice and easy, but Spartans are going to now start to make their way towards A. They do have that Viper wall ready for when they want to move on to site here, and here we go. It looks like the push is going to come out now.
The push is coming out from SJSU. They're moving towards A. There's a Viper wall, though, in their path, keeping them hidden, and now it's all down. So now they have to move, but the enemy Viper wall is going to come up, or actually go down as well. And all that's dividing a massive fight is a single Omen smoke. Now they're gonna get flashed out, and they're dropping the flies. Caillou gets 1, Instinct gets 3, he gets 4 actually into a single trigger pull. 2 headshots, and the rest body shots. He cleans them all up. Ow. Wow, that was insane to see.
That was wild. The trigger discipline was just absolutely incredible there by Instinct. He's just waiting, watching, and even got blinded there a little bit, but able to find 4 of them lined up together perfectly, all just waiting for him to take them out.
Even though the Saints won the round, they're opting to still buy Bulldogs and light shields, saving all the money that they can get. They're hoping to win this round a little bit more on the thrifty side. Maybe hammer in that dent at the SJSU's loss streak. As it seems like they've opted to go all in on the Vandals and everything they got. They have the superior firepower, but can they use it here? It looks like they're going to go for an all-out aggression onto A, and the Saints are going to do a wraparound maneuver, going to try and take out a few, but all they find is a trade. They're gonna grab a ghost. They're gonna try and TP in and try and make a nice little pincer maneuver. And I think they think A is all free, but little do they know that Jesus on site, but Fanny gonna take that out. Now it's just a 2v4. But for them, 3 of them are all very low, but it doesn't matter. They have more guns. So SJSU finally wins a round.
This could be the start of something crazy. We do know that once they get on these little comebacks, they can go off, but they do have a little bit of a way to work still, or they are down 1. And we're going to see full buys come out from both sides here, but SJSU able to save a little bit more than the Saints are right now. And it's going to be an interesting push as they will look to dominate that C lane at the start of this right now.
Yeah, I think that the Saints almost accounted for them winning round 3 without a doubt, as they opted to just cheaply buy Bulldogs and Light Shields just so they could have enough money to go into this next round. I think they're trying to do some little economic trickery so that SJSU doesn't get too big of a loss streak going.
Absolutely, and as they're going to start to rotate now. They've been playing very slow on this defense, trying to pick their perfect site to go to, and when you have 3 sites, it's dealer's choice, really. They do have that white Viper wall set up once again on A, which is going to be crucial for them getting in here. And as it's popped, we're going to see Steven try to move up here. He's going to look for one, but he's going to be paranoid, and he'll be able to send one back and get out of there safely, and the Viper wall will help him do that. There we go, then he's going to blow open that door and try to find somebody there waiting for him, but no, nothing quite yet. Skydog's going to come out and try to spot out Caillou there. Kev's going to find the first pick onto Steven there. We're going to try to get through this door here. Oh my gosh, everything's happening at once. Instinct going to find the pick there. Instinct going to find 2 now, finding John Hamm there, but he's going to be taken out by Kev. Caillou finding Yuri, and Cade going to find the trade onto Caillou there. 2v2. Kev going to put down the spike now.
Spike is down. The Saints have to defuse now. Cade 3K there in the back with a Vandal. He's been a menace in the last game. He's proven to be a force in this game as well, but it seems like Instinct has woken up. They're all in trees. They're going to play for the defuse signal. That's the one they're going to move in, and they hear it. It's a fake, though, but they don't want to risk it. Giza gets 1. He has 12 health left. They stacked up. He gets killed up by the snake bite. You never see that. And now Seth is rotating around, trying to go in the attack, but he can't get the running headshot as Kahim gets a 4K.
2 snake bites there, getting some kills there at the end. Just a little bit too late for the side of Seth, though. And now the Saints are going to have to play for a full save round, as they will buy mostly Sheriffs and a Stinger here, but Stinger diff, so it's going to be kind of an interesting round here.
It'll be interesting, but honestly, starting on defense again, the rounds are already even for SJSU, and they are looking to win this round as well. If the Saints don't win this one, I think they're going to start to run away with it here. The Saints will be down money. They might be able to buy one more round, but if they lose the one after that, it's going to be very, very disastrous. They're all playing very aggressive and very pushed up on A, trying to close the distance that the rifles afford SJSU here, but they're moving as a ball of coordinated ball of death here, moving up towards B.
And as they make their push here, it's only going to be Seth waiting there with a Sheriff. Might not be able to do much here, but he's going to get into line here as, oh, here we go, starting to peek now. You know where he is, and they're going to smoke him out and send out the snake bites. And here we go, they're going to blow all the way in towards B. Some of the Saints going to try to come in from the side. Steven finds that pick, but gets body blocked and dead to the snake bite there, unfortunately. Not going to be able to make it out, but finds a good pick in doing so, making a 4v4. Giza going to try to find a headshot there. He's going to get a little bit of health on a John Hamm. Instinct now pulling out the showstopper, looking to do something. Giza going to find 1 pick. Oh, the showstopper might go to waste here. They didn't find the person behind him. Sky's going to slowly peek up here. He's got to move a little bit quickly, though. Cade going to find 1. Cade able to find 2 there. Caillou gonna have to try and get on this defense. Sky versus Sky is gonna bait it, and he's gonna find the pick on Cade and help put Saints back on the lead here.
A nice thrifty round for the Saints. They needed to win that one, but it was very, very close, a little too close for St. Clair College's Comfort there. That's gonna secure them a nice lead money-wise and round-wise. Instinct and Caillou in the lead with 6 kills. Kahim beating them out by a hair with 7 kills for himself. now they're going to go for a single hero Guardian for Cade 3K. We've seen what he can do beforehand, but I think the Guardian was a little bit more well-suited for the longer range map that is Breeze.
Absolutely, and Saints might be able to pick up a good quick round here having that weapon advantage, but Cade 3K deadly with these one-shot weapons, and the Guardian has the ability to do that. Yuri gonna find a Sheriff kill on an Instinct there to start it off, and Seth's gonna get one. He's gonna look for two. Caillou gonna find one on John Hamm there. Caillou finding a second there on the Chem. Cade gonna be able to pick off the trade there. Seth able to trade him out real quick, and Yuri left all alone in this B lane, but it looks like he's about to get pinched here by all the Saints.
All he has is light shields to his name, so he can only take so many bullets here, even if they're not headshots. And as Giza there, mid lane, being very careful. He's gonna go for the double peek with his teammate probably once they have the moment. Gonna get all three teammates here lined up. Kai's a little worse for wear, so they don't want to risk him falling. And now has to make a move, and Caillou ends the round with a 3K, cementing himself in the lead, the kill leader for the game rate as of right now. 9 kills, that's something to see, as now the Saints are in the lead 4-2. I feel like Lotus is moving much faster here. The smaller maps make them having to play much more aggressive.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, but especially when you have 3 sites, having to pick the right site to attack is always kind of a waiting game, especially trying to find those first couple picks. But it looks like SJSU might go for a quick A push here. Here we go, all the blinds are coming out. Viper Wall is going to go up here to block off some sight lines for the side of St. Clair, and Instinct going to push up to tree door here. Going to wait for that rotate to come through. Here we go, they're going to pop the button. They're going to try to push in here. You're going to see if they can get onto A the old-fashioned way without using the door, but not going to find anything yet. Just a couple shots being fired out. They're going to try to wall penetrate, but not quite the gun to do so with. They're not going to be able to find much health there.
Yeah, Instinct trying to find a couple of headshots at the wall there. He's going to get paranoid, but he's going to put down a grenade, but he's going to get killed by the showstopper. That's going to open up trees, and he gets a kill through the paranoia. He's looking to make another kill, and he lines it up for Kahim there. And now the Viper pit is down from Kahim, or Kahem. And, oh, Seth going to find one, though. Cade 3K going to find one retaliation. Kahem going to find Seth. And now Giza moving through the smoke. It's not going to find much, as Yuri was ready for it. And now SJSU has finally won a round.
Well executed by them, playing that attack a little bit slower, but kind of steady at the same time. Pushed at the perfect time to get in and absolutely roll over the Saints, and they will get full buys here, as most of them were able to trade up weapons in that last round. And Saints kind of able to get a somewhat full buy here. Not all are gonna quite buy up the Vandals and Phantoms, but they are on their last credits here.
Yep, they are putting all they got into this round here. They're looking to win it. They have to, because they don't want to be down guns. That's going to be a for sure loss. But as we say that, looks like SJSU is going for a little bit of split push. They get caught out, but Steven, he has a Sheriff. That's going to be a nice upgrade to the Vandal, and he has 50 shields to move with. Now it's looking very good. And SJSU now has to compete with a fully armed Steven.
They're going to push up to B here now, but we got Caillou watching it, and that Killjoy turret's going to give him some information, let him know that they are making their way towards here, though. It's all going to come out now, though. Then he going to boost back in and get the pick onto Caillou. Great shot by him, and here we go. Attacker Killjoy. We're going to see this come out from the side of the Spartans here. And, oh, Defender Killjoy as well. They're going to want to try to find this lockdown and get it out of the way. And it looks like they will actually get Saints lockdown out of here, but the attacker lockdown will not quite find anybody, and they're going to push back. Saints are going to be able to push back in here. Instinct going to find it, look for a pick here, but he's going to be taken out by Cade 3K. Giza finding so many picks there, and Steven able to clean it up. A lot happened right there in that last second, and Saints take this extra round over San Jose.
Yeah, that was a great round to see, but it was very chaotic.
Yeah.
2 lockdowns. Everyone had to flush in, flush out. We got an Omen ult to backside, but it gets caught out anyways. That's what you gotta love to see it, because you rarely see the Saints push to this extreme, having to pull out all the stops, having to thrive in this chaos and find something that works. Meanwhile, SJSU a very solid team, making good attempts on attack. I personally find attacking on Lotus very difficult. You do have 3 options to attack, but none of them are particularly good points of attack. Each choke point is very, very dangerous.
As we get underway here, they're going to go for that dominant C push to start it off, see if they can find this early pick on NECC here. Saints still going to have 3 of the ults on board, and all 3 very good, as they do have that Viper Pit, the Sky ult, and the Omen teleport, but looks like they might fake door here, try to see if Giza will walk away, but he ain't falling for it. He's going to see that Viper Orb come through, and not going to take any damage yet. But he is sitting with the half shield, so a little susceptible there. But it looks like San Jose is going to back off and rotate somewhere else.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice bit of time wasted in St. Clair College's favor. They want to run out the clock here, as SGSU is just going to rotate on over and not going to deal with all that util.
Just creeping.
But I don't think they know that Steven is lying in wait there, waiting for the chance to put down the smoke, put down the paranoia, put down everything he's got. There's the paranoia. He's going to try and make a move after this. Flash comes out, Yuri's gonna find 1, and Steven gonna find 2 along with Caio, but then he's gonna shut down Steven. Caio gonna find another, and he tried to find another, but John Hamm with the Sheriff was just a little too quick on the draw, taking him out. It's a 2v2 situation. They have the Viper, but they're not gonna use it here in such a disadvantageous position. John Hamm gonna lay down the spike. Now SGSU just has to play the defense game, and time is ticking. Seth gonna find 1 though. It's a 1v2. Giza gonna find the headshot, and that is going to be it. St. Clair College cementing a 3-point lead, bringing this in to our 9th round now. That was an amazing round to watch.
Absolutely. Now after this round, the Saints know that San Jose can't take a lead here in this half, but they can possibly tie it up, so Saints are going to want to try to pick up a few more rounds while on the defense here to try and solidify this, because it is an attacker-sided map, and hopefully they look to utilize that going into the second half.
Definitely getting so many rounds on defense is a major win for the Saints, and now we just have a few more rounds left. Now this could be SJSU's final stand money-wise. They all bought Vandals. They're investing a lot into this round, and now this might be it. It looks like they're going for an A push here, as the rest of all we see is their Killjoy going B here. But it looks like most of the Saints are over on A side. John Hamm gonna find Caillou though out of the gate. That's a strong player out of the game. Steven gonna find the Blast Packer, Thani, and now he's gonna rotate over, try and take the long range engagement, but now it's over on B site. We're gonna TP, go for a lot of different peaks. Steven clearing out the last side of A. Knows it's not a fake now. He's gonna get a double kill though on site, and now it's brought down to a 2v2 once again. Seems to happen every single round. He's gonna blast back in. He finds 1, and now it's a 1v2. It's all up to Steven. He finds 1. Will he find another? He fakes the defuse. He gets 2, and that's a 3K for Steven, clutching out the round, bringing us to 7-3.
Absolutely perfect play by Steven there. Way to come back in and retake site very, very efficiently. Able to find 3 kills that round, just absolutely incredible. He is right there behind Caillou on the leaderboard. And Saints kind of spreading out the kill equity here once again, kind of playing more with the team here. And they're doing a great job of it, especially on defense here. Playing the retakes on this map can be incredibly difficult, and they are just doing it with ease.
Yeah, they are on quite a win streak here. SJSU finding a round here or there, but right now it's not looking likely, as they all had to buy light shields. As long as the Saints hit their shots, they should be able to win this here. They're up against a Spectre and a Guardian, which Guardian is dangerous, the Spectre not so much unless you get up close and personal. And Seth is actually hoping for that, as he looks like he invested a Judge. He's going to get wall banged a bit there with the Guardian. It has a lot of penetration power. And now Hakeem spraying it down, opening up the way for Thani, but he looks like Seth rotated out. That's going to be an ult for ult trade there. And now the Viper Pit's down. That's going to open up B and A for any necessary pushes. Steven hears them. He's going to go for a little bit of a push. Caillou waiting for them to maybe clear that lane, but Instinct going to find 1. He's waiting for the moment. He peeks it, and Kahim going to take out Instinct as well. Now Giza can find one retaliation. It's a 2v3. The Saints are in the lead right now. That could quickly change, but no, it's going to be even more in the Saints' favor as Sky finds one, Stevens find one, and it's a team ace. Pick for pick, everybody found one that round, bringing this to 8-3 before our next match.
Absolutely incredible here. Saints now rolling. They are doing better in this first half of this map than they did in the last one. Able to roll through with a little 4-win streak right now. They have cemented themselves eco-wise, though. It looks like even in this final round, they aren't quite fully able to buy here. Instinct gonna have to take the Sheriff buy. Oh, but looks like Giza's gonna be a little bit generous and sacrifice the full shield for a full Vandal buy here. So Saints will have a little bit of an advantage as San Jose is forced to save a little bit here.
The box, he has a showstopper ready.
Oh,
He finds two out of the gate here. Maybe he makes that 3. He's going to keep pushing on through. He doesn't check his corner though, and he's going to probably get taken out by the Viper. And trigger discipline from Kahim. He gets a 3K, evening it out. And now it's a 1v1. He gets a 4K. Holy smokes, what a way to end this half. It's down to Steven and Kahim, and now it's all going to be settled down in the Viper pit. Kahim lines it all up. He's saying, hey, Steven, come in here. The smoke's up. It's all ready. Kahim lies in wait. A Viper in the Viper pit. He's spraying down the walls, being a little anxious here as Steven is stalking in the smoke slowly but surely. He will find his prey. He's going to rotate out of the smoke, going to fake the defuse. Game going to go for the post plant, but he gave up his Viper wall, and that is going to be a headshot from Steven, securing the Saints the 9th round, bringing the scoreline to 9-3. A very, very nice lead to have going in to the next half.
Switching sides.
That little gun pile there in that B main was quite something else. It's very important to point out Cam's incredible trigger discipline there. Able to find 4 by himself in that one little hallway. The Saints really need to check those corners, especially Instinct getting a little too ahead of himself after having such a great little triple there. But I think this is an important message to all the folks out there. Check your corners. You do not want to end up like the Saints right there, but thankfully they had Steven to clutch it all up for him.
That will probably not happen again for the rest of the series. They are going to be checking every corner from now on because that was a little too close for comfort, but thankfully Steven was able to clutch it out there. A little bit of a misplay from Kahema, I would even say, going to try and play the post lane, giving up the Viper pit. That would have been much, much tougher for Steven to play against if he just waited in the corner once again.
100%.
You know, when the nerves are all fried, you can't believe you just had that opportunity. That's understandable. But now the Saints looking to win this pistol round. This could be an amazing lead going into this next half as they are already at 9. Winning the next 1 or 2 would cement them near match point. And Seth gonna find 1 on K3K. That's one of their best players once again out of the game. And now looks like they're gonna funnel over towards B and meet them for a full-on gunfight. Instinct gonna have to back off though because the Viper Snakebite gonna push him off of that. Yuri back gonna get flashed out. Steven gonna find 1. Yuri gonna find another. Steven gonna get a 3K though, cleaning it all up and putting on the plant. Like I said, Steven, usually a top player, didn't have a great run in the last game, but here he seemed to have woken up and gotten his groove back. Then he gonna nade back sight, keep the other Rays at bay. They're gonna fake the rotate with the door. I think Danny thought it was safe, heard the door, but he's gonna take out 1, shut down Steven, but Seth is gonna clean that round up.
First round of the half here for the Saints. Incredible way to start. They are now only 3 rounds away from taking this map 2 and forcing the game 3. Absolutely incredible plays by them so far. And we can notice on that leaderboard quite a shuffle in terms of who is leading these teams here, as we see Chem starting to lead the San Jose with then E right behind him, and Steven now leading the Saints with 15 kills, and Caillou only shortly behind him with 12.
It seems that the whole game has been shaken up. Some players resting on their laurels and other claiming them. As Caillou gets a kill, Gizuka is going to get 1 in return. That's going to be 3 players down for SJSU. and now it's a 2v5. John Hamm gonna try and find one, but he's gonna get taken up by Steven, and a running at shot there, and now it's all down to Kahem. Oh yeah, this is a classic. They didn't buy anything. They're anticipating losing this round, but now the Saints, a flawless round, 11-3. That's gonna be a very, very large task for SGSU to try and come back from.
Absolutely, they're just rolling through it now, having won so many rounds in a row here. I believe they are up to about 9 or 10 rounds in a row, just absolutely going through them. They have wasted San Jose's eco round by round, but San Jose is able to buy up quite a bit here. They did save a little bit, but Saints gonna opt to save the weapons they have. They're gonna have quite a bit of economy going into the next couple rounds on the off chance they lose, but here we go. Gonna get aggressive on A for the defensive side, but nothing there as the Saints are pushing up C again, but they are gonna be meeting the Killjoy and Viper there waiting. Here we go, looks like it's all about to go down. We're gonna see the Skydog come out. He's gonna spot out the Killjoy. Yuri, who's gonna be able to take out Instinct on his way in. Gonna stop the Saints a little bit, slow him down. Kem finding Caillou there through the smoke, it looked like. Kem finding a 3. Woo! And then E gonna finish it off. Here we go, San Jose wanting to find a little bit more. Get back into it. They got a long way to go though.
They do have a long way to go, but we've seen them win nearly 8 rounds in a row. Not even nearly, they won 8 rounds in a row, and that would be enough to bring them over to OT perspective. So if they play their cards right, we might see another comeback. And now they finally have some guns in their hands. They've been playing behind for so long. Now we have the game on our hands. It may seem hopeless for them as it is already 11-4. We've seen them come back from nearly that deficit though. Trail's gonna come out, Sky Alt's gonna come out from Caillou. He's gonna sneak out and find out quite a few key players here over on SGSU. Yuri's gonna be in the smoke, they know someone's there. I think Instinct landed a few shots. He's gonna turn around though. The Viper, he walks into both of them. They're all dropping like flies. Seems like SGSU has completely decimated the Saints attack. It's all down to Steven. He finds one, finds two. Will he get the ace? He will not, as John Hamm shuts him down. He might have had something there, but none of his teammates found anything.
Deja vu is what I'm seeing right now. San Jose now starting to build it back. They know that Saints aren't at match point yet, so it isn't quite fully dire. The game isn't 100% lost, and Kem is taking this opportunity to step forward and say, I will carry you guys on my back, and I will take it to the very end if I have to.
Yeah, he is looking to bring them there to the end, though not to count out the rest of the team there. Lenny, Yuri, and K3K all finding their picks one way or another. Just get him there on cleanup duty for the rest of the team, it seems. And now, it's like St. Clair's going for a bit of a split push, playing a little bit slower. They get flashed out because they know SGSU is going to want to find something. They're going to get a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more confident, but well-deserved as K3K finds Seth.
First good pick there, and Cade's starting to get back onto the board here. He's going to spot that some of the Saints are hanging around B, but it looks like they are going to rotate towards A side now, and they are going to be met by Ven E and Omen over there. Cam going to opt to stay on the C. He knows that the Saints have been liking it, so it's a good idea to anchor for a little bit longer.
For sure. And now John Hamm is watching the smoke ever so closely, and now the Saints are going for a B push. There's going to be a gunfight here. Instinct finds one. Then he's going to drop him down, though, with a quick headshot. And now then he's going to back out with the blast pack. Going to play a little bit more backside. Kai going to move on to site, but all he has is a Sheriff to his name. He's looking to pick up that Vandal, but it looks like Steven might do it instead. And then he's going to take one out there. Or actually, he's going to find one, but he's not going to take him out. And now Giza and Steven, oh, wow, they're dropping like flies. There's like a sync shot there, just all happening at the same time. John Hamm moving towards them all here. He's watching his teammates, watching the backside there, but Steven there in the thick of it, getting a headshot on John Hamm, bringing St. Clair to match point. You might have been thinking there after that last round, SGSU is going to take it all back, but now Saints just need to win one round. They're going to need to win 7 rounds in a row. They did 8 in a row last time, so now is the time to dig deep and make things happen.
Absolutely, I have seen crazier, but the Saints definitely are feeling themselves right now on this map, and they know what they need to do attack-wise here, and it looks like they are going to go for the crazy 5-man push, but it looks like Venny is going to be ready with the paint shells. SEC Instinct is going to blast back here to get right into it. He's going to find the first pick onto Venny. He's going to find the second onto K3K, but he's going to be taken out by John Hamm, who will then be taken out by Seth. And here we go, Saints 4v2. They're going to walk straight onto a uncontested here, throw down the smokes, and Spike is going to get planted as he leaves it all to Chem and Killjoy to finish off this round. Dog's going to spot a couple there for Caillou, but it's going to be destroyed. Chem going to find Seth there. Quick trade, and he's going to find Caillou, but he's quickly traded out by Giza, leaving it all on Yuri to try and finish this. He's going to hear the door. He knows someone's there, but he doesn't quite know. He's going to take out both the... Or he's going to find one of the Killjoy mines.
I think.
Oh, Alarmbot.
Yeah, but he gets taken out there, and St. Clair College takes it all home with a nice headshot, clean victory there, decimating SJSU's victory. And now we're going to a game 3. These playoff games are going to be so good, as you can see. Both teams top of the line, bringing each other to their limits. Kahem there, though, at the top of the leaderboard, above everybody else, with a combat score of 375, 24 kills, a lot of deaths, but that's just because you're losing, and a 99 econ rating.
Yeah, absolutely incredible here. Looking at the scoreboard, very interesting. Chem kind of being completely separate from his team, and I think that might have been what did it for SJSU this round, having not that full cooperation. K3K going from 30 kill in the first game, now going to 9 in the second game. Definitely crazy, and we can see that throughout all the different matches that the Saints play, that it's not always going to be clean cut and dry who's getting those kills. It's going to be, everyone's going to have a different game, but I think more the SJSU team did need to step up a little bit in this game, and that's what led to their downfall, and it's what's leading this series to a third map here.
Yeah, but watching this whole series and all the qualifications for the playoff play out, and watching the Saints play for nearly a year now, I will say they have practiced Lotus since launch. They've been grinding it time and time again. You can tell it's a map they're comfortable on, and you can see it in their gameplay. And do you have anything more you want to cover?
Just an incredible half. I mean, economy's been something crazy with these two games here. Kind of back and forth, but both teams almost being broke a lot of the time. And unfortunately, it does play a huge part, but it's been just something kind of interesting in both games, but especially more so in that one.
Yeah, but definitely something I want to bring up here is that corner peek. You had that down in your notes. I was taking a peek. I don't mean to steal that from everybody. Oh my gosh. Kahem there, getting the Hail Mary of just waiting there in the corner. Like, oh my gosh, is this happening? Is this happening? And landing every single one of those sprays.
If that's me, Vandal, 25 bullets in the clip, I would have missed all but maybe one bullet there. So absolutely incredible him. And yeah, the trigger discipline from both teams has been great, both waiting for those perfect moments to get those multiple kills instead of just one. And just incredible. 9-3 curse does not exist, though. I have confirmed it now. I was going to say something earlier, but I figured before I hit us with a caster's curse, better just watch it. But as we wait for the game 3 to get ready, we are going to send it to a quick break, so do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Saints action.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Game 3 of St. Clair College versus San Jose Spartans. It's been a great game here today. We have Khan over on SJSU side, and John Ham, K3K, Yuri, and Gahem. And then on attacking, we have the St. Clair Saints, Instinct, Seth, Caillou, Giza, and Steven. Very, very similar team comps. They're the exact same team comps. Just checking. Actually, no, they're going to forego the Astra on the Saints and take the Breach instead. Seems to have worked out for them every single time. But maybe SJSU has something up their sleeve. Use this Astra, get some trickery, or try and take the lead here in the first round. Because it seems like the Saints have taken the lead the first couple rounds every single time.
Curious to see what happened here with SJS's team. It looks like we got an account switch there.
Yep, probably subbing someone in.
Yeah.
Do we know which player got subbed in or out?
Oh, then E has been switched
Yes.
with Khan at the top there, so Khan will be stepping in that raise position. We're going to see that double Cypher pick again, and as we get underway here, looks like a big mid push from St. Clair College going to come out here. Got that smoke down on mid vent room to try and block off Chem from finding anything, but he's going to send out some snake bites, try to slow down the Saints here from this mid push. But they are also going to just sit and wait, as they do know he's waiting. Khan waiting with that paint shells, and he's going to throw it out, try to find some, but nothing going there. Astra Star is going to come up. Astra, an interesting smoke to bring out from the side of San Jose. It'll be interesting to see if it works better or less in their favor.
Yes, Saints trying to play slow, try and get mid control, try and get as much control on the map as they can. It looks like they've got it. They're going to go explosive here, pushing out all the util, trying to take the control of this little T-shape here. Seth going to find one, Khan going to find another. Kai going to get one retaliation. Chem going to get a double kill though, and make that another. And they're just dropping like flies now. SJSU, major life lead here, as there's only a few left, and Chem takes out one, and K3K closing out the round. Now they've taken pistol round once again, and the Saints have to play catch up.
First round, first pistol round, obviously super important, and we're going to see that on the side of the Spartans. They are going to almost buy up a little bit different here, going with a lot of Spectres, but Split is a closer range map, so definitely a better pick here. We're going to see the Bulldog. On the side of the Saints, it looks like a couple are going to opt for some full saves here, as they just buy some util and maybe not even a Sheriff at all. And here we go, as we get underway, it looks like it's going to be default play here, but we do got that mid push again. Mid control on Split is super important, and Khan's gonna let him know as he takes out Caillou first to get things started here. Giza gonna try to find that pick onto the sky here, but blocked off by the smoke currently. Not able to quite see anything. Chem gonna rotate here into mid. Gonna get hit with that breach.
Breach stun's amazing
yeah.
there. Goes through walls.
Oh.
K3K gonna find a pick on Giza though, and now looks like they're rotating around. John Ham gonna find Seth though, and now it's a 2v5 situation. Well, Khan is really low. It's not gonna be much of a con for him, as he has the rest of his team to clean up, and Spike is now isolated in an awful spot. Instant gonna find one, looking to find another, trying to make it an expensive round at least. Moving through the vents, he doesn't find it, as Hem is there to clean him up.
Gonna pick up that Sheriff too. Got to keep most of their weapons, so they're probably not gonna be buying big upgrades, so Saints will have a kind of a weapon advantage here, as they are able to buy some Vandals and Phantoms, but they are still on Light Shield, and they do not have a lot of creds to spare, so it is gonna be tough for them. They need to win this round and try to keep most of those guns so they don't face a deficit going into this next round, but down 2-0 right now, they need to start finding some sort of momentum here on the attack to get going.
Momentum is the key to win the game at this point. We've seen both teams do so well with it, and now Seth can make it look like a little bit of a mid push, put up a smoke for his team. Gahem not gonna be able to peek that without fully committing here. Instinct gonna hop up on this box, but it looks like Gahem's ready for it. He's seen it before, he knows their game plan. Now Seth just waiting for them to be overly aggressive here on B Garage, but we have yet to see it a single time. He usually gets a couple kills that way, but seems like SGSU knows we don't have to push, we're on defense. We can just burn out the clock, play it slow, play it safe, as long as we don't lose this mid control, lose a site control, we will be all golden.
Absolutely. Chem and Instinct having a little face-off here. Chem using that snake bite to his advantage, gonna get Instinct low enough for the blind spray to be able to take him out, and Saints kind of slowed down now, but it looks like they're gonna head into fence towards A, try to get some good heaven control. Seth's gonna still throw him off and keep him thinking it's a B push, and Saints are gonna have a man advantage here as they get onto A, but that Cypher cam by Yuri watching heaven, so don't even need the body up there, and he's gonna be able to see that Saints are gonna push onto that. Omen smokes are going out, and SJSU is going to kind of clue in here as now some rotates are coming from the B side. Plant's going to try to go down. K3K and Yuri sitting nice and tight. Yuri's going to be waiting elbow there for him. He's going to be looking the wrong direction. He's not going to find one, but Caillou will find two for himself and be able to get the spike down. And the rest of SJSU are going to rotate back into screens here. Looks like Khan's going to try to get up into heaven here, but Seth might be ready there and waiting for him. He's going to get blinded, though. Khan going to send out the paint shells, try to find a couple here. He is going to get taken down by Seth, and Steven's going to find Chem. He's finding that last one on John Hamm, and Saints get onto the board here with our first round.
Good first round for the Saints, much needed one. You don't want to lose the third round. That's usually one to swing in your favor, and that might be what they need to finally get a foothold here and start gaining any sense of a lead here on Split. I would say Split is... I don't know. It's a very even map. I was going to say it's a little more defensively sided, but I think SGSU is just a little bit more on point here on the defense here than I've seen the Saints ever be. But with all that said, I think this is going to be a good one for the Saints. Going to get a big stun on Khan here. That's going to free them up to push if they want to, but it looks like they're going to push towards mid once again. Flash mid. And now they're going to just push through this smoke, get on that box if they can. Seth gonna find one though, finds the rotate through V-Garage, punishes the aggression. Kai gonna find one in retaliation. Chem gonna take down Instinct though.
Caillou gonna be able to find the trade there onto him, and it looks like K3K is gonna push out to the mid. John Hamm finding one on a Seth there, able to take out that Omen, and all the smokes for the side of the Saints are gone. Cade waiting middle here, but rest of the Saints are going to push up A main. They're going to have the site all to themselves here with not even a camera to show that they are here. They're going to be able to take out that tripwire. It's going to alert Cypher here that they are in fact on site, and now the rest of the Spartans are going to be able to push over to A confidently and try to retake here. Spike's going to go down, and we are going to see Yuri's going to push up. He's going to get one before he's taken out by Steven. Caillou and going to be able to close things out, and Saints will now tie this up 2-2.
Yes, the rounds are even, but the economy is anything but, as the Saints secure a nice economy lead here. They're very rich in cash, aside from Giza there, but I think he was buying for his friends, sharing the money, sharing the love. But over on the side of SJU, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel for anything that they can get. They have a couple sheriffs, but that's about it. And they do have Viper Pit, but now is not the time to use it. You want to use that when you have an advantage to push.
Absolutely. As far as guns go, we are going to see San Jose going to have to save here and get just some sheriffs. They're going to be at the gun deficit here in instant. Going to try to push up. We got a 5-man going on to B, and only one person here to defend. Then John Hamm kind of left on his own. He's going to get blind. He's going to try to throw some stars down, but might not work in his favor. He's going to hide on this box. He's going to be taken up by Caillou quickly, though. Nobody else on the side of SJS here to stop them. Caillou going to send out the dog to try and get some information. Might find Khan here at the back, but Chem and Cade waiting up in heaven here. They're going to send out some blinds here to try and get things going. The dog's going to come out. It's going to spot out Giza there on the Cypher, but going to be traded quickly by Steven. Yuri finding two there. And now a 3v2 for the side of SJSU. Caillou finding a blinded kill on the Chem that is going to be taken out by Khan in that Stinger. Seth all by himself here, 1v2. He's got to defend the spike as well. He's going to be peaked at the same time, though. And Yuri's going to find the third kill onto him. And SJSU now taking the lead, 3-2.
Such a shame for Seth. They're unable to land the shot. shots.
Yeah.
He had a good shot lined up, but I'm able to find it. That's going to be a major round for SJSU, a thrifty round, and they got a couple of rifles in the pockets already. And now look at Yuri. He's has so much money in his pockets he could probably buy for his teammate there, John Hamm.
My thanks.
As they're just doing really, really well now, and they also have the alt economy advantage right now as well. The Sky alt, the Viper Pit, two very, very strong options. Sky gonna let them get in there, be a little bit more offensive. And once they get in there, they have the Viper Pit to hunker down and make sure they keep that spike nice and undiffused.
Chem piping that Viper Pit right away, and with the Judge here, even though it has been nerfed, it's still going to be able to hold these close quarters very, very well, but Saint's going to avoid that altogether, and they are going to head towards A Heaven and try to take this height here to before they push onto site, but they are met by a couple of the Spartans here. K3K and Khan going to try to find something as Cade is going to send out the dog. He's going to spot a couple, or he's going to spot one here, but do they know Instinct's waiting behind the box? No, but Cade says, you know what, I got good game sense. Someone's definitely got to be hiding here, and he's going to find Instinct hiding behind the box there. Perfect kill there, and way to start this round.
A great way to start the round indeed. And now Giza looking to push up through mid, but there's a Viper Pit there and a Judge to contend with. The spike is down A. We see the showstopper come out from Khan, gonna find Steven, and now it's a 2v5 for St. Clair College. This is looking to be a rough round indeed. And now Khan gotta get a 3K. You can tell he's been subbed and he's ready, raring to go as he gets a flawless round for them, getting a 4K. Massive round for Khan and a massive round all around for San Jose State University.
Absolutely, they now take a 2-point lead here. Kind of took a break that last game, but in the intermission, they said, you know what, we got to lock it in here. We got to figure out what we were doing better. And maybe what they were doing better was 2-site maps versus 3-site maps here. Back on the close quarters, they're able to get some of these good picks here, and they're able to show the Saints what they're made of.
Yes, indeed. And now it looks like he's going to go for a bit of a mid-push once again. It's worked 2 times for them. They're looking for another time to work here. Ken going to get flashed out. He's going to find a pick, and so is Instinct. They are going off with the Sheriffs right now. He's going to get healing out from Caillou. Cam waiting here with the Judge. It got nerfed, but he's still looking to do work here. That can take at least each one of them out if he lands a headshot. But now,
Absolutely.
Instinct still on the back end here. What are you thinking of this, Jordan?
And Giza and Instinct here are going to push. They've been deadly with these Sheriffs. In the past couple games, too, they've been doing absolutely incredible here. But Kevin going to use that Judge. Oh, almost being taken out by the Breach Aftershock there. Very deadly now that it's only 2 hits, taking out more health, but he is able to kind of back off. Caillou going to be able to heal some of his teammates, too, with that Sky. K3K, of course, being taken out, not going to be able to heal up any of the Spartans anymore. But here we go. Breach ult coming through, very powerful. Seth going to be able to find the pick on a John Hamm as he's stunned. Caillou finding it on to Kem, and now Saints will have B-site all themselves to plant and in a 4v1 situation.
Yeah, it's all up to Yuri here. Try and make it expensive or maybe even clutch it out. He's playing from heaven. He's playing slowly. He sees the camera, takes it out, gonna get concussed out, but he doesn't get concussed out. I think one of them's wrapping around to try and make sure he can't leave. Now he's looking from heaven. He's all up high above. Where the Saints, he doesn't know he's going to get flashed. He's going to back off once again. Once he gets a kill, he could use his ult to find them out, but I think he's just going to rotate out and make them compete with a Vandal in the next round.
Gun here.
And Saints now wanting to make sure that none of them get picked out here because Vandals are expensive. So they're going to want to make sure, but Yuri in a good spot here. He might be able to find one. He's going to find one. He's going to find two. He's going to find three. And he's going to put a major dent into the Saints eco as they go into this next round, able to save that Vandal and stop and kind of slow down the Saints here. Although they do have the money to rebuy, it's very, very expensive to lose that many people, especially after that guaranteed round win.
Definitely evened up the eco here going into the next round. As you can see, the money difference is marginal at best. And Yuri still has the ult. K3K has the ult as well. And John Hamm with the Asker Wall, that's going to be tough to contend with. Instinct does have the Showstopper, which could be a very good aggressive ult. Close the different distance and take some area. We got Khan on the operator here in mid, though. He's ready for it. Gonna send the boom bot out. Flash is gonna come out. I think he looked away from it successfully here. Instinct, I think, has a feeling that there's something awaiting him around the corner. They're gonna peek, and he gets taken out. And now he's gonna showstopper, try and clear the ground to take some sight control here for his teammates. He finds one with the showstopper there. He's gonna ult, reel some enemies as well. They know where they are. They can take the ground. And now it's a 5v2. Great play by the Saints. Such coordination here. Caillou gonna plant the spike. Now it's all on John Hamm and Cade 3K to close out the rest of this round. Try and make it expensive. Try and win it out. Maybe, possibly. John Hamm gonna be taken out by Giza though. And now it's all down to Cade 3K. A star player over there in the first game had a little bit more trouble in the last game and seemingly in this game, but maybe he'll wake up here and clutch out the game for his team. Finds one. He's gonna rotate over. Gonna get concussed out. He's just gonna run around and try and keep the gun that he bought, because honestly, just even having one Vandal makes St. Clair College play totally differently when they're entering a site.
Absolutely. All three of them hunting him down now. You got to be careful here. You already got the guaranteed round win. We know that Cade's going to be saving here. No need to get crazy and lose any more credits than you really have to here. But great job by the Saints finally tying it up here, bringing it to 4-4. This last game, everybody is giving it everything they got because this is it.
Yes, we're in playoffs now, so every game matters more and more. We see that the Saints get a full buy, and on the side of SJSU, the team doesn't seem to be buying together anymore. They're just buying what they can afford. One person's buying a Frenzy, one person's buying light shields, but what they do have, they might not have the guns, they have some ultimates in the bank. They have Sky ult, they have Astro ult, and they have Cypher ult to play with, both of which, Sky ult and Astro ult, could be the game-changing thing they need to win around here.
Absolutely. Chem doing a great job in this vent room, been able to control mid pretty well, keep these Saints on their toes as they try to push up here, but Instinct gonna blast back in there. He's gonna find him real nice and easily, but all the Viper, the snake bites, and Orb's gonna slow down the Saints once again. Caillou gonna try to get a little info with that dog into heaven, and now they're gonna take vents towards A. But they are going to be watched here by John Hamm, who's ready with the Astra Stars. That Sky ult is going to spot him out, and two flashes here. Caillou going to find one. Will he find the second? He will, on to Cade 3K, and now they're going to take A site to themselves, leaving Khan and Yuri to try and retake the site. Quick trade there by Instinct as he's able to find Khan, and now Yuri stuck in his own spawn, trying to get onto site here in a 1v4 situation. This is going to be difficult.
This will be difficult indeed. It's not looking great at 4v1. It's not the position you want to be in, especially with the spike down. He's over on spawn. He's going to try and save the rifle once again. Maintain what little firepower they have going to the next few rounds. And now it's looking like finally the Saints have taken the lead.
Absolutely, winning 3 rounds in a row here. Once again, kind of hunting this last player. If they can get the full team wipe, that'll be even more detrimental towards SJSU. And Yuri knows they're coming. He's going to look for Giza, but he's going to be taken out by the man, the myth, the legend himself. And they will finally be able to wipe the squad for the first time here in 3 rounds and put a serious dent in that economy.
Yes, for the first time, they're unable to buy the Vandals, the expensive guns, the good guns, the guns you want to have to win the game. They're going to buy a single Hero Guardian, followed by a Stinger to try and compete with all of these nasty guns here. They're going to buy a Vandal, actually. This one person had a little bit more money than the others. They're going to even out that money line, though, buying alright guns, but not very much in the way of shields. So they're going to be going down pretty fast. They have to be Glasskins. They have to hit their headshots, or else the Saints are just going to tear right through their defenses.
Absolutely. I'm going to try to control this middle. That Caillou's dog just going to be a little bit short there of spotting him out, but he is able to rotate away from that area and get into somewhere safe. Saints going to look to rotate A here and possibly take this to main. Giza doing a great job of holding it down as he has been every round with those trips in the camera, watching a ramp just to make sure no defenders are trying to do anything sneaky. And here we go. We see all the Saints. They are going to want a 5 push here, but looks like the Spartans have started to catch on and are going to edge their way towards A.
I think so, but a lot of them are stuck mid. It's going to take a while. All that's watching mid is Yuri here. He's going to put up a cage, try and do a little bit of trickery here. Maybe find a pick with the Sheriff, and he doesn't find it. Steven takes him out, and now they're flooding onto the site. They have total site control. Chaos is ensuing as it looks like SJSU is going to rotate over, and now they have to push onto the site in a more standard way. They're checking back site, checking spawn to make sure there's no stragglers, but now they know that all 5 are on site here. Seth's going to get flushed out by the snakebite. He's going to stick it. He's going to stick with it. K3 going to find 2. John Hamm going to find 2 as well, and Seth, the last one remaining, going to get taken out by Khan, and now it's 5-5. As you can tell, these games are so close. Both teams so evenly skilled.
Absolutely. This is what happens when you put 2 incredible teams up against each other. Our Saints, who are ranked number 4 in North America, against San Jose State University, who, although this might be their secondary squad, have just been absolutely incredible here. No matter what the seed was at the beginning of this, these teams are too close to be separated by anything more. And they have just been absolutely at each other, back and forth, and going to be a long game to go here.
Definitely. Khan does have the showstopper ready with Yuri, still having the Cypher ult in his back pocket, saving it for the right time. But Seth's going to pick out one right out of the gate there on John Hamm, and that's going to open up B for a push, but I think they're going to rotate, try and get that mid control for sure. But it hasn't been working out for them every single round. I feel like when they just completely push normally through a sight line, that's when it seems to work. Okay, gonna try and peg one out there, but Instinct gonna take out Kahem once again, urging Cade to go back and watch mid. I don't think they expected another one as Instinct gets taken out with a clean headshot there. And now Cade's trying to find another, but doesn't find it. Steven gonna find the headshot there. And now Khan is just gonna watch mid. The healing's gonna come out from Sky. He's gonna rotate over to B and try and watch that push. He does have the showstopper ready. If they're clumped up enough, that could be all that you need. Take out 1, 2, or 3. That could be all you need to turn the tide of the battle here. Caillou gonna push up with his team there. Colin gonna get knocked out. He has the showstopper. He's not gonna use it. He's the last player remaining. Gonna find nothing as Giza and Seth clean up the final round, bringing St. Clair once again in the lead. It's back and forth here.
Last round in the half.
Last round in the half. Could be looking at a possible 6-6 first half here, which would be the closest that these two teams have been before. Saints hoping to take one extra one here to get the double point above the Spartans, and it'd be a great way to start the second half. But if we look on the Spartan side, they are actually gonna have to save a little bit and opt to take one Bulldog there for John Hamm, as he's not quite able to fully buy. But Saints, with more than enough credits to buy whatever they'd like in this last round, they are looking to take it. And as they power their way onto A-Site, Instinct gonna find the first one here onto Cade, giving him a little bit of the business there, and he's gonna find the second onto Kem. Seth gonna find one of his own. Here comes the showstopper. He's gonna try to find anybody he can, but he's not. Oh my gosh, what a headshot, finding his third on a John. And Yuri gonna be taken out quickly by Steven in a great trade. Saints go up 7-5 in the first half.
You don't even need the plant there, but they're just doing it to get that nice morale boost. And now 7-5. We've seen the Saints be in this position before, and I don't want to say 7-5 curse, but we've seen San Jose State University come back from worse. So it's not looking great for the Saints, but on paper it is. If they can continue this lead, not get in their own heads, and play cleanly here on the defense side, I think this might be in the bag for them.
Funny enough, too, we haven't really seen a lot of timeouts in this game or the last, and both teams being so even, I think neither of them want to disrupt their own momentum by taking that timeout, because it has just been so back and forth. There's nothing to really improve on. Both teams are playing incredible right now, and neither can really find that edge yet over the other. John Hamm going to find that first pick on the Seth, though. Way to start this round and this half. Looking to take this first pistol round once again for San Jose. could be a great way for them to kind of get back in this and look to tie them up. Lots of going on here. Instinct gonna find the pick on Decade and find a second on the Con there. He's gonna look for these two that are walking in. Paint Shell's going in. That's gonna be some heavy damage here. Kevin gonna be able to dodge it though. Unfortunately, Instinct finding his third as Caillou finds Kevin. Now 1v4, Yuri all alone without Spike on A. He's gonna give a little bit of that info to Giza there, as Giza now knows his camera's been taken out on A Heaven, and he's just gonna watch this vent room as Yuri slowly peeks. He's gonna be hitting the crosshairs anytime soon. He's gonna be spotted out there, but he's gonna dodge away. Little Mexican standoff
yep,
here.
He's gonna get pinched out here. 2 up on the rope. He finds 2. Will he find more? He finds 1. And that was too close for comfort, but Instinct closing it out with a nice 4K, but only with 42 health left to his name.
What a rough way to kind of end the round there. Saints almost losing it all in an incredible pinch there, but just a little bit off timed as 2 kind of got stuck on the zip lines, and both headshots incredible by by Yuri there. And now we can see the Saints gonna go for all Bulldogs and a Phantom, while San Jose gonna have to opt for a couple Sheriffs and a couple Classics. Gonna have to take the save already in the second half.
Sheriffs might do work here though, as that's all you need. We've seen them pop off of them on both sides here, the Saints and the Spartans, both doing very, very well with the Sheriffs. But nevertheless, the Bulldog is the better gun, so the Saints should have the advantage here. Instinct does have a Phantom in hand, and he's waiting on the edge there with Steven. That looks like they're going to go for a double flash peek there. We got 1. He's in the acid, though. He's going to have to jump out of there, and he's just going to go back to waiting where he was and maybe run it back once again. Looks like Instinct's on the ropes. Kahem there, putting up the orb, trying to make the site clear for them to push. The Dogs come out, scout it out. Now they know where Kahem is. They know they haven't rotated over yet. They're just going to hold P Heaven here very patiently. Seth going to find 1, though. And now Kahem going to have to push out with his team. They need to find something happen. Kai going to find 1. Going to find 2. Looking to make up 3, but Instinct there to clutch it out. Getting the last kill. Bring this to 5-9. Saints honestly running away with it right now, but nevertheless, you kind of expect to lose those first 2 rounds.
Absolutely. Although we always talk about how big those first 2 rounds are, sometimes teams do have a good way of bouncing back after kind of giving them up, and especially with being able to buy heavy and push forward, Saints have done a great job so far. Looks like we're going to get some interesting gun choices here out of the side of St. Clair College, as they are gonna be still saving some of those Bulldogs and not really bringing out too many of the nice good guns here. But San Jose fully kitted up, gonna push on to A site now. Only gonna have to face Giza here in Heaven, and they will do this all together.
They will move all together as a team here. Giza, though, in the back, hiding screens here. As the Bulldog, he might be able to take a few out here. Steven gonna concuss out that top Heaven, but he's gonna get taken by Yuri. And now Yuri's gonna get a double kill as well. He's on point here. Giza trying to find some way. Yuri gonna get a 3K. He's looking to make a 4 here. And he threw the paranoia. He makes it 4. Will he get the ace here? Do they know that Giza is over there in screens? So they're gonna keep him pinned down. They want Giza to get the ace, but K3K gonna steal that. Get the flawless round for SJSU, bringing the scoreline to 6-9.
Absolutely here. A little bit of deja vu is starting to reoccur again. San Jose looking to repeat what they did game 1 and try to bring this one back into it, and they are only now 3 rounds behind the Saints. Saints only need 4 more rounds to try and win this game out and take this series 2-1. Once again, though, both teams do or die here. This is the last map, so everything needs to be put out on the line. San Jose going to start off with a little bit of a mid push. Nobody there to actually stop them right now, and now that info is going to let them know that. Nobody in B Heaven either to try and stop them from the left side as they take the vent room. Kai is going to get that flash. He's going to know that someone is in vent, but again, nobody there to really stop them right now.
Yeah, they have total mid control, which is a massive thing to give up here. They could go screens, they could go B. Heaven any way they want to go, they could go for it. Now the Saints are starting to rotate over. Looks like Kai is going to try and play for a little bit of a Heaven fight here. Flash them out. They're going to send the dog out. They know that Heaven's clear now. They're going to move in. No, they're not actually. They're going to hesitate, wait for Kahem to line up and maybe find a pick here. They think B is totally abandoned, but it's not. Looks like they're going to go for a standard B push. They totally gave up mid control here on split. That's insane on both teams deciding not to take any fights there. Guess it hasn't been working out for them. And now they're going to rotate all the way over to A. They know, but there's two Saints there ready to meet them.
30 seconds
Now
left.
Kahem is all the way over on B. Lurking around, making sure no one can rotate, but that's going to be a big pick out from Giza. Kahem, I don't know what he was doing there. The rest of his team over on A, I think he's trying to fake out the B push, but Saints are ready for it. They're going to find one. He's going to have to back off as the showstopper takes out John Hamm. And now Kong got to take out one, and then Steven going to take out another. And now it's all down to K3K, but it gets taken out, bringing the Saints to a nice 10 points. And now they have 4 rounds on SJSU.
Absolutely. Now only 3 rounds away from taking this one home. And they've got the eco to continue on here. It's going to be looking to be in Saints' favor for the next couple rounds here, as they are going to have San Jose on their heels here, with the economy having to spend a lot of their money here to try and get close to a full buy. And as they make their way, they're going to make sure they get this mid control again, something that was kind of given up and not utilized in the last game. Seth, though, going to find that opening pick. What a great way to start. Get all that Viper util out of the way, say no more. But San Jose now powering through onto B Heaven. Steven going to know he's that he's there with Giza. He's going to send in the aftershock, try to find a couple. Great way to slow them down here. Giza waiting. He's going to get hit by that blast pack, but Khan going to look away. Giza able to find 2 there on Nikkade and Khan. And he's looking back up Heaven, looking for his third. Might get shot here, but Instinct there to save his life. And Giza with his third on the Ham, giving them the 11-6 lead.
Giza seems to just be on point today, landing every single shot time after time. He seems to just be in a flow state, it seems. Not to count out Instinct or Caillou, which are both 2 players in the kill streak here. And now we're seeing the timeout come out from SJSW, or SJSU here. And now they are in a great lead here, I would say. The Saints, 11 rounds to SJSU's 6.
Absolutely. It was a close match in that first half. You could tell that the Saints were definitely better on this defensive side, defensive side than they were on the attacking side. So they've done an absolutely great job here. And the breach, I think, has been a big pick to help them in this third map.
For sure, the breach just seems to be a little bit hard to play around for SJSU. They can't really find a way around that every turn. He can just wait around the corners, flash them, concuss them, or just blast them out with the aftershocks there. And the ultimate 2 is just so good for the site clear. But moving back into game, I don't know if that was the most opportune moment to take a timeout, as you don't have the guns to really discuss what you've planned. I know your back's up against the wall. You need to win around and fast, as it is nearly match point for St. Clair College. But I don't know, taking those breaks when you only have revolvers and stingers to play with, it's not great.
Absolutely. Caillou gonna try to push up here, see if he can spot out Chem, but that Omen Smoke is gonna be blocking them off. Khan gonna push up into Heaven here with some of the Spartans, but gonna be backed up by the Astrostar, or yes, by the Astrostar. And the Omen Smoke up there, as Caillou and Instinct now getting a little more aggressive. This Instinct gonna find Chem there at B main, and now SJSU gonna push through sewer over to A, making lots of noise. Not sure if Giza can quite hear them from there, but as they make their way up, now they're gonna go for a 4-man push on, or 3-man push onto A here, and Cade gonna go up through vents, try to find the Cypher.
Yes, Giza, though, moving up towards the Heaven shooting position. Steven gonna find one. Giza gonna find one synchronized. It was great there. Yuri there, gonna plant the bomb down, but there's only 2 of them left. Khan gonna go in for a kill, not gonna find it. Seth gonna take him out, and now it's all down to Yuri. He has the ultimate, he has a Sheriff in hand, but with all the Saints flooding on him at once, it's not gonna be great as Steven gets the final kill, and Steven gonna defuse and close it out, granting him ult. It's such a powerful ult here too, going into potentially our final round, and definitely our match point for St. Clair College.
Absolutely. Saints have been rolling through the second half, only dropping 1 round so far, and it was a quick little charity round to kind of help them reset here. But now both teams able to full buy. Saints not really worrying. They have enough for the next couple rounds to sustain them. However, San Jose, every round from here is do or die. They have to buy as much as they can, as often as they can. And it looks like they're going to go for the full 5-man push and onto A, and they're not going to have much to contest them here, as Khan's going to be able to get over that Cypher tripwire, but it isn't going to help stop the rest of them here. Breach, Shot going to come in here. Instinct going to be able to pop the paint shells. He is going all in. He's going to find Yuri. Look for a second, but nobody quite in that corner yet, as Saints are going to go in all behind him. Aftershock coming out. It's going to get Cade. There we go. He's going to go down to the Aftershock. Giza getting taken out. Instinct going to find the double to finish it. And Saints take this series 2-1.
Amazing way to finish out such a close series. The Saints were on point there. Just had so much momentum into that last 3rd game. They were just on fire all throughout, rolling all the way through the competition. Instinct managed to wake up his inner instincts here and completely dominated on the kill side of the game with the largest combat score, the largest econ, or one of the largest econ ratings here, and 5 first bloods. That is amazing to see. They played a really great game here today. Not to count out Yuri on the side of SJSU. He gave it his all as well.
Absolutely. Just incredible playing from the Saints here. Played that super smoothly, and their defensive strategy was just on point for that second half of the split map, being able to take 6 of those rounds and only dropping 1.
Yes, they were on an amazing streak there. It seemed like they got a little bit of SJSU's mojo there with how they had in this is the first game.
Yes.
The first game there, managed to flip it all around, but it seems like the Saints figured out what makes SJSU tick and flipped it all around in game 2 and game 3.
Absolutely. We are going to have a very special interview coming up very soon, so you're not going to want to miss that. But while we're getting prepped for that, we're going to send it to a quick break, and then we're going to have some questions for one of our varsity players here. So don't miss out on that. We'll catch you in a second. Hello, everybody, and welcome back for a super special interview. I'm here with SEC Seth today. First of all, incredible game.
Thank you.
Absolutely enjoyable to watch. I always love watching the Varsity Valorant squad go at it, and today was just another special game. Just a couple quick questions for you. First
for
one,
sure.
for the fans, how'd you come up with the gamer tag?
So my first name is Yusuf. So it's spelled Y-O-U-S-S-E-F.
Okay.
So I kind of want it to be like original in a sense. So that's why my name looks kind of weird, with like the lowercase s, capital
Yeah.
S, and then E-F. But yeah, it's from my original name.
Absolutely, pretty
Yeah.
clever. Gotta love it. And obviously, that first game, a little bit of a struggle there. SJSU was able to take one. What were some of the things kind of talked about through the team going into game 2?
Honestly, we knew that our breeze wasn't really the hottest coming into it, but we just kind of did our best. Once the match was done, we all just chalked it up and we're like, just focus on next map and then third map because we fundamentally play really well on those. So we just kind of let it slide. No one really tilted or anything. We just chalked it up, and then, as you can see, we dominated map 2 and 3.
Absolutely. And then, any specific moments in that series that stood out for you personally, where maybe a turning point was?
Honestly, once like map 2 started and we started getting the flow of things, we knew like it was just over for them. Like, because it's something we're more comfortable on playing Lotus and Split. So once we saw like the rhythm coming in, because like Breeze for us is like very random. The map is horrible. Riot Games, please change it again. I don't know, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But once we like had the rhythm going and the flow, we kind of knew it was in the bag after that.
Absolutely. And then going into the next match, going into the next round, anything you guys are looking to fix, work on, kind of play out or try?
Yeah, maybe we're probably gonna go over the Breeze VOD, kind of see what kind of went wrong, see if we can tweak some little things, and then just go from there.
Absolutely. Well, once again, great job today. I'm
Thank
super
you.
excited for the next round and can't wait to see how you guys do. Before we close things out here, a couple of thank yous. First of all, to our sponsors, we got Tim Hortons, Subway, the SRC, and the Alumni Association. As always, thank you so much to them for all they do for us. And in the back today, we got Daniil, Tommy. Shout out to Matthias. He left a little early, but great job on the commentary today. And Amanda, all doing a great job back there making the stream possible. And also, make sure, if you do not want to miss out on any of our esports action here, make sure to follow Saints Gaming CA on Twitter, as well as our new Saints Academy on Twitter, where you'll be able to find all the newest updates on our Academy games, some of their highlights, and a little bit more of me on there as well, which never hurt anybody.
True.
So make sure you go check those all out. And thank you so much for watching today. Can't wait for the next one. We'll catch you there.
Thank you guys. Take care.